We did it, Russ. We made it. We're here.
We did. We did.
We're back.
Yeah.
We powered through many a technical difficulty.
That we did, man.
To bring people the finest physical media news.
Finest. I'm just going to echo you.
That's all you got for this intro? Just echoing my sentiments as we bungle our way through the first 5 minutes of the stream?
We're bungling.
Bunglers.
We're bunglers.
Busy bungling.
Busy bungling.
How's everyone doing out there tonight? Thank you for bearing with us as we get things sorted. My name is Matt, in case you forgot where you were.
And I'm the beekeeper.
And with me tonight is...
I am Russ.
And in the booth, we got Lindsay, the producer. Say hi out there in the chat. Say hi to one another. It's a pleasure being here again tonight.
It is. It is.
Hello, hello.
How are the people doing out there, Lindsay? Is everyone filing in now that we finally figured out how to start this damn thing?
They are anxious to get this started.
Anxious.
They're hoping that you're late because you were brushing up on your Frank Dukes impersonation.
Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of like warm ups. Like Russ and I are just sitting here in a chair, like me. Just doing kind of little practices.
Exactly.
You trend him, but you won't trend me. wait. You trend him, but you won't. I gotta keep.
Dude,
I'm close.
You came to perform today. Usually we have to coax this out of you, but you jump right. Matt, you are not a Tanaka.
Not a Tanaka. So let's see. What is going on with you tonight, Russ? How are you?
I'm swell, Matt. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How have you been?
Been on top of the world.
Just bringing up the stream here so we can take a look and say hi to the chat. I just want to see.
Let's do that.
What's going on?
I had a little intro discussion I realized while watching our videos, but
okay.
I mean, we don't have to do that.
I would love to hear your attempt on any new intro.
Well, I was watching a video of ours since our last live stream,
okay.
And I realized, dude, we're pretty good for the gay community, man.
Okay.
I feel like you have some twink appeal.
Wow.
That has been pointed out in the live stream comments. Right?
I don't know if I take that as a compliment.
But no, hear me out. It is. Hear me out. Because then I took a look at myself. And self-reflection is always the hardest. And I was like, God damn it, I'm a bear.
Okay.
So I thought about it and I was like, Matt, you and we got to tap this demographic. We got to tap it. Well, I don't know if we have to tap it, but I don't know, it just dawned on me, man. Like we're
bastions of.
That's a look.
It's a look. Okay.
See, man, I'm going strong with the intro.
You're going strong. You're going strong. You're making me blush a little.
You're
making me blush.
No. All right, I'll keep working on them. It was just an observation I made. Do you know what I'm saying? No, not. I don't know.
It's a great observation.
I wonder if people will start making fan fiction about us.
I hope not. Tonight, though, we will be talking about this thing we love called physical media. Arrow.
I've got other things on my mind.
Nightmare on Elm Street. One of the most outrageous Steelbooks I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay. And many more. Nice. And many more things.
I would like to have a little side discussion with you. Some of our viewers, they're a little caught off guard sometimes by some of our omissions, movies we've missed, some classics. And I know last week I was with you and I was there for your first viewing of Tobe Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Russ, you couldn't have guessed any better. That's exactly what I wanted to talk about first, too.
Well, I'm sure you noticed because we watched this together over a week ago.
We did.
And you and I've avoided all discussion about it. I didn't text you. Hey, what did you think? I waited specifically for the stream to get your fresh thoughts on this masterpiece.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought this up because I do get a lot of hate for things that I should have seen but haven't seen. And this is clearly one of those that, it's got such prestige. The title itself, it's like, what have I been waiting for? And one of our friends at Movie Night put it on. Mm-hmm. Myself was there. Lindsay, the producer, who had also never seen it before. And I feel like it lived up to all the hype that I was aware of.
I know.
I mean, I don't think I was let down at all by what I saw. I kept putting myself in the time period also, because I feel like for you know, we sat here and we did a Serbian film stream, you know, like there's outrageous violence and things that we're now accustomed to, but I kept putting myself back into like the early 70s where this literally looks like someone was following these people around with like a camera and literally watched murders happen.
And what's brilliant about it is I don't even, it doesn't take much effort for you to do that, like some movies do that were made over 50 years ago. You know? It's just as effective today. It's just as squeamish. It's just as dirty, grimy, and it's relentless, man. And what a great ending. I know you're a fan of strong endings.
Yeah, I like the
That's
strong
such
ending.
a classic last scene, isn't it? That, I mean, we've seen done countless times since, but just her in the back of the truck, like,
I mean, I was happy that that person got away.
Oh yeah.
I mean, scarred for the rest of their life. They'll never be the same, but they did get away.
Yeah, yes.
Had they not, I feel like I might feel differently about that movie.
Well,
I mean, everyone gets just, I don't know.
yeah. What did you feel about the family? Did you like them?
Oh, they were disgusting.
Oh.
The old granddad sucking on the bloody fingers. Oh man, that really haunted me for a while. Like, come here, feed little granddad.
No, but there is. Well, what did you think about? What did you think about the cinematography? Like all those, like, kind of like dolly floating shots. But you know, it's all about like that camera like glides, like especially when they're outside throughout the entire movie. And I always thought it's so beautiful to watch. And plus, capturing that heat, you feel like you feel the sweat.
Yeah,
watching this movie, you feel like you're there.
To
this day,
I couldn't agree more.
And that is such a testament to its greatness.
I liked how many, and this is just a humorous aside, but I liked how many costume changes Leatherface has in this movie. It's pretty funny. Like you don't, the killer in most things, or doesn't really change their wardrobe. Like this guy, when you first meet him, he kind of looks like a butcher. He's got like a butcher's outfit on. The next time you see him, he's dressed up like a woman, or like somewhat like that. And then the last time you see him, when he busts out of the house to like chase down the last victim, he's got like a tuxedo on.
Yeah, man, you got to dress for success.
I was just saying, it's like, wow, they really put some thought into this character and what he would do or how he wants to present himself in certain situations.
Well, if you choose to keep going forward in the series, Matt, Leatherface, he gets, pardon my pun, fleshed out a bit more.
Fleshed out a little bit more.
Yeah, man. He does have some gender issues, you learn in the following sequels and stuff like that.
Another thing that I also wanted to mention, that it's not on this poster, but a lot of times when you see this title, chain and saw are separated, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know the history behind that. I never really thought about it too much. But when you watch the movie and there's like the narrator in the beginning explaining it, dude, he's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So he like gives you that second word instead of it being one. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
That's true. This film and the narration were that important. We totally changed the way we spell a word in America.
Chainsaw.
We changed it. I don't know.
But no, I'm glad that we watched this. Thank you to our friend for showing it at movie night.
What would you rank it? What would you rank it out of 5?
I mean, geez, that's I don't know. I probably it's in the 4-ish range. It's up there. It's between a 4 and a 5, probably.
It's 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
You know, this is to me, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a very easy movie to label as perfect. Because let me ask you this: like, what would you change? You can't. There is nothing. It's of its time, yet ahead of it at the same time. There isn't a frame. If you change anything in this, it'll take away from the reality. Like that immersion. You know, it's perfect. It's lean as far as the runtime goes. Mean, you feel
it's really like the gore itself is really well done.
Oh yeah, man. I think, doesn't Toby Hooper have a thing about using real cadavers?
I don't know if they were. They look.
I think they were legit. Real animal carcasses.
Nice.
But in Poltergeist, he stepped his game up. And he was like, let me get human carcasses. Hey, Joe Beth, jump in the pool.
Lindsay, what did you think of Texas Chainsaw Massacre? What are your thoughts?
I thought it was a little bit better than the Jessica Biel one I saw in the early 2000s. I'm just kidding.
That's good to know.
Fair point.
Fair point.
No, I enjoyed it a lot. I was very tense, very scared. I liked the ending too. Yeah, it was definitely entertaining.
And then just a segue while you're on the topic of something that we had seen, you had also seen ANORA the other day. And I was asking everybody if it was worth the hype. And I don't want you to spoil anything, but now that you've seen it, and we didn't really talk too much about it, do you feel like it's worth the hype or not worth the hype?
Yeah, no, I think it's worth the hype, and it's definitely worth a watch. Like, I think Mikey Madison is like unbelievable. Like, I will run to see whatever she's in next. Like, I just was like transfixed by her. I thought the movie was like fun and like heartbreaking at times, and there's some really great performances, and I just love how like New York is captured. Like, I used to work in New York, and I felt like they went places in New York that I never saw, so it kind of felt like a journey through a place I know, but I actually really don't. It looks like, yeah, I think it's worth a watch. I thought it was really cool.
Does Jason Alexander assault her at any point?
Sadly, no. I actually thought of you, Russ, because I know you're like not a Pretty Woman fan, and there's like so many comparisons to this and Pretty Woman. I do think you would like this more than Pretty Woman.
I told you, it's not that I can respect Pretty Woman. It's a well-made, film for what it is. For when movies used to be made in that vein, it's a good one. I was just scarred by it as a child.
I am a gear guy.
Me. I told you this story. What happened? This is 1990. I'm 8 years old. I'm with my family, my mother, my grandmother. We went to visit my aunts. We all decided to go to the movies. I'm with 3 older women. Guess what we saw?
Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. But guess what was out at the same exact time that I had not seen yet? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, dude, I'm an 8-year-old kid getting dragged to a movie about, a prostitute and Richard Gere and Jason Alexander being a creep. Come on, man. I wanted to see this. I wanted to see a turtle get down.
But you got to see something better. Hector Elizondo.
Oh, that's true.
Hector Elizondo, baby.
That's true. It made up for it. I went as Hector Elizondo for Halloween that year.
Did you?
No.
And the last thing, just briefly, just something that we also watched recently that I just wanted to bring up is we watched My Girl. We rewatched it, Russ. We did a video about this a while ago. Movies that we needed in 4K from the 90s. This finally came out. Awesome. And I said in there that this wasn't a movie I went back to in the 90s really ever because it just wasn't something that I wanted to continuously watch. Not only was there the Macaulay Culkin element where I associated him with things that were much more fun and then he, perishes.
I have one question.
And then you've got all this other somber adult themes crammed into a kid's movie. It just wasn't for me. Rewatched it, felt the same way. Asked my son, who was also watching it with us, he said nearly the same thing that I said back then. Like, why did he have to die? I mean, I get it. Like, I get why he had to, but why did Macaulay Culkin have to, is what I'm saying. Cast anyone else. Don't scar me.
So if a movie's sole value is based on rewatchability, why are you a fan of Irreversible?
I've only seen Irreversible once.
But you're not trashing it the way you are My Girl.
No.
You're telling me fictional Macaulay Culkin getting died in bee stings affected you more than the Monica Bellucci scene in Irreversible.
I was an adult watching Monica Bellucci. I was a child watching one of my peers get stung to death by bees.
Well, that's what's different. My mom made me watch Irreversible when I was 5.
You and 3 older women went to the theater?
We saw Irreversible. It wasn't Pretty Woman. They told me it was Pretty Woman. Oh my God.
I can't turn back the clock.
Monica Bellucci is pretty, but what are they doing?
Pretty Woman.
Featuring soundtrack by
Anyway, I just wanted to mention that.
No, you're wrong. This movie's a classic.
I didn't say it was bad. And
Lindsay, back me up here. You rewatched it with him. Come on.
I love it. I love this movie. It brings me right back to when I was a kid.
Dude.
I appreciated so many things about it that I didn't appreciate before, like the whole Dan Aykroyd and Jamie Lee Curtis relationship is so sweet.
You've had your time.
But I did feel bad. I kind of forgot that he was allergic to so many things, and we showed this to our kid who has so many like food allergies, and I was like halfway through, I was like, oh shit. I was like, we are gonna mess our kid's head up. He's gonna be scared of living.
Let me go back to Matt here. Yes, because Lindsay is sane and has the correct opinion. Matt, you act like him dying in this movie is completely out of left field.
Yes.
Like you were, like we were watching The Sandlot and the catcher, the great Bambino kid died at the end of it. No. This film is about death. It's her dealing with death. Her mother, she lost. She lives in a funeral parlor. It's kind of a big thing. Dan Aykroyd's character has not dealt with death in a healthy manner. It's kind of part of the theme, dude.
Tell that to 8-year-old me who doesn't want to know that in his kid's movie. This is my girl. It's not really a kid's movie. It's not for kids.
You weren't ready.
I wasn't.
You should have had parental supervision.
I should have.
You should have went back to RoboCop.
In many ways, I probably should have. They duped America with my girl.
They didn't dupe shit. The thing is, it's effective, and it affected you.
Scarred.
That's why it's good.
Scarred is what it's called.
But it scarred you. No. To me, scarring is when you want to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and you see Pretty Woman. This was a theme right from the beginning of the movie. Tonally, it's right there.
I was ready.
They didn't kill him at the end of Home Alone. I would agree with you there.
What if they had?
They should. I mean, that would have been realistic if Joe Pesci and Stern got him. Dude, if Home Alone was a real movie, that kid would have been dead in like 2 minutes.
Well, moving along, I just wanted to bring that up just real quick. My girl,
Griffin Dunn.
out now.
Oh, he's
Griffin
so
Dunn's
great.
Yeah, Griffin Dunn's
babe.
a class act. He's a class act.
Usually.
Class act. I want to jump over to the fan mailbox, Russ.
Oh, okay.
We got a nice email that I wanted to share with you and the people at home, and posit a quick question out there to the people.
I was hoping somebody sent you a copy of My Girl.
Nope. If you want to send us something, here we are. This is our email. This is the actual address where we shoot live. Actually, it's not. Don't show up here. You'll just find like an empty office supply store.
I always think of Little Shop of Horrors when I see 4 Peddlers Row.
Yeah.
Skid Row.
We're at Skid Row.
Down on Peddlers Row, Peddlers Row.
We got an email from a gentleman named Michael Miller who sent us a few articles from when they were talking about the French Connection last year. And I kind of forgot that this was mentioned last year as coming out this year. The William Friedkin masterpiece, French Connection, which apparently, I don't know anything about an uncut print, but apparently it's an uncut print, and Criterion is scheduled to put it out this year. I think we're already up to April at this point. So, I mean, it's got to be possibly coming soon. You ready for a French Connection?
Hell yeah. I don't own French Connection on any format.
Me neither.
That's strange.
I have seen it. Let's just be clear. I have seen it.
No. But is there a special edition DVD, Blu-ray?
I'm not sure.
Out on all these years. That's an odd omission I've seen it as well.
Yeah.
But that's an odd omission in my personal library.
Yeah.
No, I'm stoked for that to come out. Definitely a movie we'd all love to see in 4K. The car chase scenes alone, man, landmark.
Yeah, no, it's I like I said, I kind of forgot that this was teased, and Michael sent us this email, was just like, hey, what do you guys think? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Like, absolutely. Like, I thought this movie was awesome. I can't wait to see what Criterion does with this.
Dude, it may be my favorite Gene Hackman movie.
He's awesome in it, and just seeing all of the behind the scenes Friedkin stuff and how he put this movie together and doing all his classic Friedkin antics. I don't know. It's just not that I'm going to watch this movie differently, but it just goes to show you how sometimes how great art is made.
Yeah, and there may be films I like more that feature Gene Hackman, but I'm talking about a movie where he's the lead. I do believe this is my favorite one. And
it's pretty cool that it's the most probably opposite of who he really is in real life.
Yeah, man. Friedkin had a real hard time getting him to say some of the like slurs he uses and whatnot, which shows how, Gene Hackman has a good heart.
Yeah, he was he was against some of the stuff that Friedkin made him say.
But he had to, because this movie, like I said, it was landmark. This was gritty. There were no movies like this that dealt with cops in this way. Yeah. And you know what I mean? Before this was almost the benchmark for what was to come. Like, cop movies changed drastically after this movie. Yeah,
for sure. So thank you, Michael, for the email. We are super excited for the French Connection, whenever that may be coming out. Come on, Criterion. What are you waiting for? Did you get stuff in the mail too before we jump into the news to share with the people?
I actually received a lot of stuff, Matt. Did you? I don't know. How do you want to do this? You want to tag team?
Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to our friend Lisa at Lionsgate for sending us over the Kill Bill 1, 2, and Jackie Brown. This has been like a complete saga with Amazon, and for me at least, from Amazon to Diabolik to Lionsgate themselves, where I placed an order for these long before, they were even out, like pre-ordered them.
Yes.
And Amazon, as they tend to do these days, which really sucks, is they like oversell their pre-orders. So like you'll pre-order it, you think, okay, I'm locked for like opening day or whatever, but now it's like, oh no, we don't have them until February. Like mine weren't supposed to get here till like April or something. And then we ended up, you got yours as well.
Yes.
So I am actually officially, and I think we talked about this last time, officially boycotting Amazon. No more Amazon for me. Diabolik only, which
cancel your Prime.
Yeah, I want to throw them up there for, I know a lot of people that are watching this know Diabolik, Orbit DVD, like these are the places to go. And I can't say that enough at this point. I have another great Diabolik story, which I'm going to share. Their customer service is wonderful. They're wonderful. But I did want to shout out that we finally have Kill Bill 1, Kill Bill 2, Jackie Brown. We can finally take a look at these. We can finally do reviews for these, get these out to the world, since Amazon screwed us both so royally.
That's well said, Matt. Well said.
And
I agree. I am a Diabolik DVD customer, loyal customer.
I bought a few things from Diabolik DVD as well as Uncle Buck, a pre-order from Kino, which comes out at the end of like February. And I was like, okay, that's fine. All this other stuff, they all ship it at the same time. But Uncle Buck already shipped. I'm going to get Uncle Buck like tomorrow. And on my other...
I was going to say holy moly, but you kept talking.
Sorry about that.
But anyway, before Lisa and Lionsgate was as kind as they were to us, I had already ordered the Jackie Brown Steelbook.
It looks nice.
It is, though.
In person.
And I wanted to get this one, so I'm still happy to have both. But yes, dude, this was one of my recent pickups. We'll elaborate further in our reviews. Was that it? Was just like
that's all I got.
Oh, you didn't have any actual personal?
No personal pickups, just these wonderful gifts.
All right, well, indulge me for a minute or two.
Okay.
Well, we'll go through them real quick. I picked up the Umbrella You Were Never Really Here 4K release they put out.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm a big fan of this movie, dude. I enjoyed this one immensely, and I'm not sure what we're going to get in North America, so I decided to bite the bullet and pick this up. Recommended if any of you guys out there have not seen it.
Pretty wild ending. Kind of jarring at the end.
Yes. And finally, it arrived. The release of 2024, the 4K release of Rumpelstiltzkin. I now am not fucketh.
It's a sick case.
It is a sick case, man. Sick case. I went with this. I don't believe this is available anymore. So all you suckers out there, bask in my glory.
Bask in that glory.
And now it's your turn to bask in my glory, Matt. I received my Vinegar Syndrome 4K of SLIVER.
Wow.
I know, this is
dude,
sick.
that looks so
Do you want to check
awesome.
it out?
I'm going to be so jealous now.
I had to, dude. That is such a staple of our childhood.
Wow.
I wouldn't say staple of childhood. It's a staple of puberty.
Does this got Stephen Baldwin's bare ass in the booklet?
Was that a Freudian slip? Because he's not in the movie.
William Baldwin's bare ass in the booklet?
They want the money.
If they want the money, his bare ass better be in here.
If anyone would have told you when you were 11, 12, you know, doing whatever you were doing to this movie, that you'd be holding a booklet about the making of it, come on.
No.
Exactly.
Wow, this is excellent. I'll tell you, every now and then, I check their site. I check the other sites that we go to, like Diabolik and Orbit and Deep Discount and whomever else, and they're still full price. So I still have not pulled the trigger on anything, but I did see that Vinegar Syndrome does have a Valentine's Day sale coming up on Valentine's Day for, I don't know if it's store-wide or what it is, but I'm going to be going there to see if any of those are half off. Because it still says there's like over 1,000 of them left. So I know I still have a chance. For Congo, too. I haven't forgotten about Congo either.
Oh, I've long forgotten about Congo.
I just can't pay that price. But if it's lower, if it was $25,
yeah. It's worth more than $25.
$30.
Price.
It is worth it.
So $29.99 is your cutoff for SLIVER.
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not worth that money, what they put into it. For me personally, what the movie is worth, I don't want to pay $45 for SLIVER.
Gotcha.
Lindsay, the producer, and I will watch it. But I don't know how many times
Oh my
more
God.
will I watch it after that.
You've talked about this movie like every month since I met you. You talk about SLIVER all the time.
How many times have you guys watched it together?
0.
We got through like
We're ready.
30 minutes, I think, at one point. I was
We're
like, why
ready
do
for
you
the
like
4K.
this?
I've been waiting.
All right, last pickups. I took advantage of a Kino sale, and I righted my wrongs and got Snake Eyes and Sea of Love. I almost forgot Snake Eyes came out, and we got to keep the De Palma collection strong. You know that.
I know that. And the Ellen Barkin collection.
And the Ellen Barkin collection. And the round out free shipping. I picked up the Blu-ray of Mad Dog and Glory.
Oh, nice.
Because it was either pay $9 shipping or get, I think this was...
Or get Mad Dog and Glory.
Or get Mad Dog and Glory, yes. Now, I've seen this movie. I watched this when I was a child, right? And the tone was so off. I was expecting Bill Murray. I was too young.
Okay.
But it always stuck with me. And then just thinking about, dude, De Niro did this. Scorsese's a producer. I was like, I want to revisit this. And now that I'm an adult and I can understand the story more, and I'm not going to be expecting, Ghostbusters or whatever I was at that age, I'm interested to check it out.
Okay. This is some good pickups, man.
Thank you, Matt.
You got some good stuff. I don't really have anything on the way except for what I got from Diabolik, which I guess I'll show next time. I'll keep it a mystery.
Well, you got Uncle Buck.
I got Uncle Buck. At least I spoiled that. But yeah, so what do we got coming up? We're going to be putting out a video of our most wanted 4K titles this year and who we want them from.
Yes.
Be on the lookout for that. I hope everyone enjoyed our 7 video and our 7 review. Does everyone hate their Digibook? Is everyone happy they got their Steelbook?
I am.
I'm still on the fence. What video ideas do you have for us? Let us know what you want to see. Let us know, and we will do our best to make you happy.
Everywhere I go, people stop me and they say, you know what? I want you and Matt to do more political coverage.
Oh, God.
Instead of political coverage, why don't we jump right in to one of the hottest stories? Hottest out of physical media universe.
Dude, can I tell you something?
Yes.
Before we jump into that, I went down a rabbit hole this weekend about Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
And Justin Baldoni?
Thank you. Dude, I read this man's name over. I was reading the emails and texts between them all, and I already forgot his name. But yeah, it's Justin Baldoni.
I'm also caught up.
Wow. Yeah, dude, what the hell? I don't like any of these people. I don't care about any of them. Well, no, I did say months ago on this channel that Ryan Reynolds got to go.
You did.
I've been saying Ryan Reynolds got to go. And it looks like it might be happening.
Okay.
So, man, we predict the future here.
We did.
We're a couple of Nostradamuses over here.
Yeah, we have our finger on the pulse.
But let me tell you, that Baldoni, man, Jesus, what a nice guy.
Seems like a great guy.
Oh my God, I'm reading all these texts. I want to be with him. Like, this is the nicest man. Oh my God. Ran aside. We got too political. All right, what's in the news, man?
Russ, the people are dying for what's in the news. They're tired of Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively and Taylor Swift, and they're ready for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ultra high definition. A
Nightmare on Elm Street 4K box set collection, which has just been given some, TBD, TBC artwork here from the old collection that they had put out on Blue however long ago. But Zavvi UK retailers put this up. Who
called it? We called it here on this channel.
You heard it here first.
You did. When we saw Rachel Talele talking about doing a 4K scan of Freddy's Dead. And we said, yeah, there's no way in hell that's getting a solo release. Expect the box set soon. And here we are.
We'll never get credit for that, but we did. You heard it here first. And this is listed as a Steelbook collection of the original 7 Nightmares. So you got the OG in there. You got Freddy's Revenge, Dream Warriors, The Dream Master, The Dream Child, Freddy's Dead, and New Nightmare, all coming in a Steel book. And what I'm assuming, I should have grabbed one of mine because I think my Batman collection looks like this. It's one of these jobs. You've seen these before. I'm assuming it's going to have like this metal case that they all slide into. Now 7, that's going to be a big boy. I think they did it with I've seen some big ones like Rambo, Jurassic Park, but 7's a lot. So that's going to be a pretty big case, I can imagine.
Is that why they left off Freddy vs. Jason?
Possibly. They just didn't have enough room in the giant steel box. Price listed $250.
I know.
$250.
This may be a first in 4K Kings history.
Okay.
Guys, anybody out there, Zavvi, you watching? This one's a little too steep for your boy Russ.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Shit, and I love this stuff. I don't know. I want to make this one work.
Do you think they're leading with the Steelbooks because they want to try to milk us for everything we're worth?
Probably. and it'll work.
$250,000.
I mean, damn it, I need it. They know what they're doing. I need it, man. I need it.
They want the money.
I need my Dream Child 4K Steelbook.
I know, dude.
Give it to me, Savvy.
So there's a lot of things that could go right for us in this scenario. Obviously, this is a slow rollout. This is going to be the slowest rollout of all time. They're showing December as the date. It's February, for Christ's sake. Originally, the WB leak said like September or third quarter. And, you know, Lindsay, the producer, put me on and you onto this idea before where it's like, let's try to throw something out there a year in advance, see what kind of numbers we get off of it so we can boost our, you know, first quarter earnings and such without really giving any details. We don't have any art ready. We don't have any transfers ready. We don't got shit ready, but we want your money. We want to start collecting that pre-order money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's smart. We're preemptively investing in the market that we're trying to participate in, while at the same time we get confirmation that it is going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one good thing about how big this price is, and my hesitance to you know, place the pre-order is that, as you said, this is going to be drawn out. I would envision October at the earliest.
Are we, and are we going to get a individual steals of all of them out of the collection? Are we going to get a regular box instead of a steel box? This reminds me of Rocky. We talked about this over the phone. I was like, I could see where they do some chintzy ass case with all 7 nightmares in it, just like that one box we were just looking at. That wasn't very big. They were all like on top of each other inside of a Blu-ray case. I could see that. I could see them doing something like this, or the Steelbook sort of collection. What I hope they don't do is where they do some shit where it's like, here's the first 7 nightmare films, and 2 years later, it's like, here's 8 nightmare films in a box now.
Well, they probably will do that with Freddy vs. Jason, or maybe even the Jackie Earl Haley.
That's
remake,
what I mean.
I hope they don't do. Hey, trust me, nobody's crying that that's not in there.
There's room to screw us.
The Rocky comparison, though, isn't the only one they released solo was 4, though, correct?
No, they released all the Steelbook solo.
Oh, they did put
all
out
of them solo.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. I thought they just did 4 as a solo release with that bonus director's cut.
Yep. No.
All right, maybe you're right. Do you think the Nightmare does Rocky? Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to end up doing, but I got to imagine that this won't be like the only thing that Nightmare on Elm Street lives in. I got to imagine they're going to do solo steals, which for me, if it was like the Rocky situation, that would be the best. I wouldn't mind a box set, but I can't spend $250 on it.
Do you think the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise is strong enough to host solo steals or solo individual releases? I'm with you. Dream Warriors, yes. The other ones, do you think there's... I mean, I know collectors, like people watching this channel, you and I, we're day one. But I don't know. Like, is there a common person who's going to buy a solo Freddy's Dead Steelbook? Let's
ask. Let's find out. What's everybody else saying out here? Let's pop this open. I'm just curious. All I want is a pack like the Rocky set, says Peter Short. Yeah, I mean, I got to imagine that that's what they are going to do. Is get some kind of all these different variations so they can get as much money as they possibly can. Yeah, I only like Freddy 1, 2, and 3. No way would I pay $250, says Bolo Young. I want solo releases.
Gotta listen to Bolo.
Gotta listen to Bolo. Maybe it's a regular box with all of them in it and solo steals, because there's Steelbook collectors out there. But then I guess what's the point of having the full thing? I don't know.
That's true. It's the Steelbook phenomenon as well.
Texas 8, he knows it.
They want the money.
They want the money. They're gonna keep on. They're gonna try to. This is if you're gonna get milk. This is gonna be one to do it with.
See, I don't know. Well, I mean, you could milk it as a series, but just individual. And you're talking to, I'm a huge Nightmare, my favorite horror franchise probably of all time. I am a person who would buy them all solo. I just don't know if they exist. For instance, like the Halloween franchise is pretty strong. Have we gotten solos of all of them? Is it like special Steelbook solos of all of them?
No,
that's what I'm saying. And I would argue there are people out there who may like the Halloween sequels more than Nightmare on Elm Street.
So you're saying this is our only chance? I'll tell you this though. For the Steelbook box set, they better use the Steelbook they already made, which has the original art, right? Like, that's a no-brainer to me. And if they do that, hopefully that means all of them will have the original art. Make the outer steel case look dumb if you want, but maybe the insides.
I'll admit the Freddy's Dead original art as a steelbook would look so incredible.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? Like,
It would
you remember
look
how
awesome.
it was like that red, purple, like black.
Yeah.
trees? Oh man, that would be sick.
Yeah. Let's check in with the let's rewind the tapes just slightly. Let's just see what everybody's up to.
That's true. Who's out there? Brown Bunny.
Oscar Bros.
Brown Bunny is who I was referring to in my intro, I believe.
Not the return of the man ass. I'm sensing a theme today from Brown Bunny. Oscar Bros. Wrangle says Congo on 4K is $35 on Hamilton Books. Okay, I'll keep an eye on that.
That artwork is worth $35 alone. The monkey rave.
It is great. Alex Zorba, Diabolik DVD took care of a problem I had right off Class Act. Definitely, they certainly are. They helped me several times. Jill at Diabolik, I know you're out there. Thank you, Jill.
Wow, you guys are on a first name basis. You didn't tell me the whole story.
It's Jill at Diabolik DVD.
We're having lunch next week.
That's it. Let's see. From Kuhlbug, my wife gives me the Baldoni updates, and here you're giving me the Baldoni updates.
Well, no, see, my wife is like a fan. She likes Ryan Reynolds. Like, so I'm coming to her like, hey, look what a scumbag he is. And I don't think it's, I got to choose who I have my discussions with, I think.
Addiction Therapy says that's £250, not $250 as well. It's so expensive. I actually thought I saw the U.S. price as $250 and £199.
Come on, we're 4K kings, dude. I saw it, immediately went to pre-order. I'm from America, so I saw it. I was like, oh, that looks high, but I don't know that conversion. Can't be that. Converted it. At the time, it was $250 here.
See, and can you imagine spending $250 for a Steelbook anything and getting that shipped from anywhere and just praying to God that nothing goes wrong with it? What are they going to have insurance on that? Are they going to have a bunch ready for all the damaged ones that go out?
If you're doing it through like Amazon International.
Well, wherever, Zavvi, how are they packing them?
When is the last time I've ordered directly from Zavvi UK? I don't feel like I've ever had any issues with their delivery.
Eric Otto says, think of it this way. It will be the last time you buy the series.
Yeah, I don't think it seems like that much money, to be honest.
Well,
If
not for
I,
all the movies.
Love something so much, I would be getting that in a second.
The shipping on that, I would just be so worried. I'd want to pick that up in person and inspect it. $250? I mean, come on. Like, there's no sending it back overseas and getting another one, especially for us. Like, come on. I don't know. And again, it's only UK. That's even if we get something in the US here.
Dude, look what None of Your Business said, and I agree with this. So what are you going to do when the Tarantino set comes out? That's more than 7 movies, man.
That's literally the comment of the day. That's why you got to wait for
the day. And that has more of a cachet than I'd say all the Nightmares together.
Instant pre-order. I wouldn't even think about it.
But it would be close to like $400. Still instant pre-order?
Instantly. Instantaneous. Like, well, it's the last time you're going to buy them all. They're all in 4K. They're all there at once.
Yeah.
Plus, you know how fast that thing will go? That'll get scalped right up. Be all scalped to death.
Yeah. God.
Vegan Real. It's Steelbox outer case for the Nightmare on Elm Street box set. Yep. With foam inserts and newly commissioned artwork too. All been confirmed. Yep. For sure. I'm happy with my Nightmare on Elm Street DVD set, says Hunter Dean. Solo Freddy vs. Jason 4K Steelbook, maybe.
They could get away with that because it's a crossover.
Yeah. Milk the whale, says Mozart's Ghost. Just milk them. When those whales are out there, milk them. I like it. Steelbooks are overrated, says Bolo Young.
Tarantino XX Blu-ray. That's the set I have. Matt refused to buy it. You remember that?
I do.
You refused.
Why?
Why did you at the time?
Tell me.
Django Unchained was coming out, so I guess it was incomplete.
It's going to be incomplete.
Okay.
I have held on to my conviction for shit like that for like my whole life. I'm like, it's going to be a box set. This box set's already missing like a movie. There's going to be more movies. I just got to wait.
Oh, look at it, didn't he? There's a Batman anniversary edition. Wait, what anniversary?
There's a 25th anniversary of the Nolan ones?
Oh, Nolan. I was thinking Batman 89.
Are we, where are we at? 20? 20 years?
26th.
20 year? Yeah, they're putting a Steelbook collection out of those as well.
Sweet.
Yeah. Good evening, boys from Branscombe. What's up there,
I haven't seen him in a
Branscombe?
minute.
What's that?
I haven't seen him in the chat in a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah.
a few people actually mentioned that Thursday's better for their work schedule. including Jordan here, is like, I can finally watch tonight. Thursday's a better night for me. Thanks.
Should we do a poll?
Oscar Burroughs, Slivers 35 with the hard slip-covered Hamilton books. What? I don't think I've ever gone to Hamilton Books.
Oscar, stop giving him hints. I own it. He doesn't.
Where is there Hamilton Books locally? Is that just online?
I've never heard of Hamilton Books, so I don't think it's local to us.
All right, then.
But we do live in a digital world. We live in a global economy, man.
Notorious Murders. I pre-ordered this Nightmare 7. Whoa, did you guys watch Groundhog 4K this week? Jordan, thank you so much for the tip. We actually watched it like 5 times.
Our son had it on like the moment he woke up until the minute he went to bed.
Yeah, so my son Finn put it on like 5 times in a row, and then as a result, we ended up watching Quick Change with Bill Murray.
Better movie.
Loved it. But yeah. $380 Australia from Notorious Murders. I pre-ordered the Nightmare 7 film, 4K set in Zavvi, UK.
Guys, you shouldn't have told him Hamilton Books is online. I wanted to see him pull it up on Google Maps.
Terminator or Predator? Says a Denny. Brown Bunny. Hamilton Books is a discount site that sometimes has incredible deals. All right, man, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Uncle Buck 4K. Branscombe. Jordan. Mine's pre-order as well. All right, well, it seems like the temperature so far is some excitement, maybe slightly lukewarm, depending on options, depending on price.
It's too early.
It's too early. You're right. It's a year away.
And we just went through the whole thing with the original coming out, which was a stellar release.
Yes.
Yeah, man. We're gonna. It's too early in the game. We got to keep our eye on this, see what new details will emerge, keep everyone updated, and it's best to just keep it in our thoughts and prayers for the time. Think about the families.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. So let's move on, Russ. Shall we move on from Nightmare on Elm Street? I'm sure we'll probably talk about this at least 12, 13 more times this year.
At least. God.
At least.
Please move on. I hate these movies at this point.
Before we move on, I want to also give one last shout out to Lindsay, the producer, for these awesome new hoodies that we're wearing. I'd be remiss if I did not shout those out. We got some new 4K Kings exclusive designs.
That's right. We may do the right thing.
We did. We were on set that day. That's some behind the scenes photos we took.
Well, actually, Matt, that's right. I think. Well, hold on. Nah, I've got nothing. Yeah, these hoodies. They're nice.
You guys wear them well.
These, yes, our classic 4K Kings merch that we're still just wearing ourselves. We're not really sharing with anyone.
We've been in a very slow pipeline.
We're not really putting anything out to the masses. Yeah. I just like to wear them and say, hey, look at this shirt.
We don't really understand the concept of merch.
Don't get it. I just like to wear them. And Russ and we... but I wanted to give that quick shout out.
No, but we've been testing out qualities, designs on the side. We have settled on, I do believe, the prototype, the perfect prototype, so we can finally move forward. And 4K Kings merch should be available, I'd say. What do you want to give a healthy estimate? Maybe
2027?
Yeah, at least a more than 2027 timeframe.
Yeah,
we're stuck. Yeah, we're stuck in the QC process. We want to make sure whatever we deliver to the audience, to anyone in the world, that it is quality that we put our names on.
But jokes aside, let's be businessmen. I'm gonna say April-ish.
I like that. Let's go with April.
You like that?
Where you can get this, Do the Right Thing, 4K Kings hoodie. You could get this, physical media, support it, 4K Kings hoodie.
Well, put her there, partner. You got yourself a goddamn deal.
Cool Bug just says the sizes come in bear and twink.
Bear and twink only. Twink and extra twink. That's it. All right, enough with the grifting. Enough with the salesmanship. Let's talk about another very exciting title, one that I was super excited about. Text you right away. Our good friend Adini is out there. We texted him right away.
Yeah.
We know there's a lot of fans out there.
Oh, yeah.
For a little film called The Long Kiss Goodnight.
That's right.
Which I also pre-ordered at Diabolik DVD, the only place for your demented discs from around the world.
But do they have to be demented?
I don't know, but I wanted to give them another shout out for The Long Kiss Goodnight. So
I actually pre-ordered through them too. I got this.
Did you? You
Oh,
pre-ordered
wait,
them?
I'm lying. I ordered directly through Arrow because I bought something else. Sorry.
Okay.
Too demented for me.
Too demented. So Arrow, they announced their April slate. This was one of the titles that I saw and was like, awesome. Can't wait to, revisit this. I know we've talked about this a lot as a movie that would be great to get in 4K. Many of us have been wanting this Rennie Harlan classic. I realized that when I saw it, I was like, man, this is like a back-to-back months. It was Deep Blue Sea the month before, with Samuel L. Jackson, and now The Long Kiss Goodnight, also by him and Samuel L. Jackson.
Maybe you'll get a Nightmare on Elm Street 4 from Arrow.
Now, here's a quiz for you, Russ, because when I went to go see when this had been released before, it does have like a Blu-ray, but it's also been released in two separate Samuel L. Jackson triple feature Blu-rays. Okay, are you ready for this?
The only one I've ever owned was the Snapper Case DVD.
You've got Coach Carter, The Long Kiss Goodnight, and Changing Lanes.
Heavy hitters.
Or would you pick up Deep Blue Sea, The Long Kiss Goodnight, and Snakes on a Plane?
You know what's funny? I know you're making a joke, but that's kind of hard.
Which triple feature do you want here?
First off, I want no triple feature.
I don't either.
I've always hated these releases, but in terms of the quality of the movies, I've seen 2 of the 3 on both.
Okay.
Ironically, they equal out.
Okay.
Because one of them is Long Kiss Goodnight. So, the other 2 is Changing Lanes and Deep Blue Sea, which I honestly, my enjoyment level is the same on both, but they are 2 different movies,
So if you're walking by the bargain bin, $5, and you wanted to buy one of these, which one would you pick up?
Yo, it's wild. Changing Lanes has a 4K, and so does Deep Blue Sea now, and Long Kiss Goodnight. I guess this means Coach Carter's on the way.
Why are you avoiding the question? Which one of these would you buy for $5?
I already answered you. Neither. It's a triple feature. I would gladly pay $30 individually for each one, then pay $5 for that.
Well,
I'm a collector. And I'm not going to take it anymore.
Well, here's Long Kiss Goodnight coming out in, like I said, April. New 4K restoration from the original camera negative, supervised by Rennie. Rennie's been busy at Arrow. He came to the Arrow headquarters and they supervised all his films, or he supervised all of his original camera negative restorations. Is Die Hard 2 next? Could you see them on Arrow? That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. I'd buy that.
This movie, I hadn't seen a trailer or anything for it in such a long time. I just had a great recollection of it. And when I was watching this, I was like, damn right, I'm ready to get back into this movie. This is awesome.
This movie's aged like wine, I will say. And it is our friend of the channel, Denny. I believe this is, if it's not his favorite film of all time, I know it's one of them.
Dude, great action, dialogue, performances. Never saw Gina Davis do anything like this. And she nails it, in my opinion. I don't know. I think, I've been a big fan of hers for a long time, but I feel like this is a cool, unique role for her. And then she started doing stuff like Cutthroat Island, and
you know what I heard about this? I don't know where I heard this, but Samuel L. Jackson basically just kind of walked up. He met Rennie Harlan and Gina Davis somewhere, and was basically like, "Hey man, I'd love to work with you." And Rennie Harlan was like, "Oh, good, you're in my movie." I'm serious. It was just
all of them.
I'm serious. No, he was just like, "Hey, doing Long Kiss Good. You're in the movie." That's pretty much how it went down.
and now ever since they always work together.
Because originally they were saying in the script, "Oh, it's a white guy and all that." His character.
Yeah.
And they just met, and he's like, "Hey, I'd love to work with you." And oh, you're in.
Dude, he's awesome. I mean, I feel like the dialogue is killer with the Shane Black script.
Dude. Shane Black scripts are top. It's hard to ruin a Shane Black script. You could make a bad movie out of a Shane Black script, but it's still going to be a great bad movie.
And when Gina Davis, transforms into her assassin self with the blonde hair, I was like, hey, what's going on here, Gina?
She's so fine.
We got to bring up the Biggie song. That's a landmark song.
It is. But yeah, man, I mean, it's coming with new commentaries, new interviews, new visual essays, archival material. No Gina, no Sam coming back. I don't know why Rennie didn't come back. He supervised the transfer. Let's get some thoughts, Rennie.
No, but honestly, this is the perfect movie to get retrospective features on, because honestly, it was unsung in its time. It wasn't a huge smash hit when this came out when we were younger. It was, I'm not saying it was a bomb, but I think it underperformed for what they were aiming for.
Yeah.
These types of movies were kind of out of fashion by the time this came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's awesome to see. It was basically what I'm saying is it was almost a cult movie right from the start.
Right.
So the love has just gone up and up in stature over the years. So a lot of retrospective features I like for titles like this.
Yeah, no, dude. And I think like the whole package here looks great. The new slip art looks great.
That artwork's awesome. That silhouette, that's badass.
It is. It's really cool. And the original art being underneath is great. You know, you've got your Merry Christmas, Mother Effer postcard.
And if you know you're Shane Black, you know you're going to get either it's at Christmas time or Christmas references.
How many people, Lindsay, what's the temperature out there? How many people are excited for the Long Kiss Goodnight?
Looks like quite a few.
How many people are excited for the Sam Jackson triple feature, Changing Lanes, Coach Carter, The Long Kiss Goodnight? A few for Long Kiss Goodnight. I thought this would maybe ignite the community a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, you, and one other person.
I was honestly distracted a little bit by the trailer you were playing because I've never seen this movie and I couldn't understand what it was about for the first minute of the trailer, and then it totally changed into something else. There might be more in the chat that I overlooked.
All right, let's
do your job.
I'm sorry. I was
what are you, a viewer or the producer? Come on.
on.
Jesus, I'm pre-ordered. Josh W. Never seen it. Dan Joker. This is the time, my friend. This is it. This is the time to do it. Never heard of Long Kiss, says Coolbug. Oh man, it's so good. It's obviously...
Apparently it was unsung, as I said.
Yeah. I mean, Gina Davis, she's like a housewife, so to speak, who has a past that she becomes unlocked at some point where she was left for dead and reassimilated into normal life, but really she's an assassin, and Samuel L. Jackson kind of gets caught up with her in a way. Yeah. There's a lot of really cool action scenes, and in general, just really well done.
Sounds like that Viggo Mortensen movie where he's got that.
Oh, History of Violence?
Yes.
With Charlie Baltimore, Gina Davis. Pre-order day one, Eric De Leon.
Stairs.
Eric Otto, it's better going in blind. True. I feel like this does take a lot of different turns. Brown Bunny says raccoon makeup.
Hey, I missed the 90s.
Mozart's Ghost said, I'm closing my eyes and muting because I got to be pure for the 4K. That does not look like 4K quality. That is very true. Mozart's Ghost. All right, so there's some lukewarm reception for Long Kiss Goodnight.
They hate it.
A lot of people want to talk about Amadeus. It's no Long Kiss Goodnight.
They're on the wrong channel. We haven't seen it. Shit. Rock Me Amadeus. It's all
Amadeus.
I liked Animal House. I know the homie is
okay.
in Animal House.
Okay. All right, let's move right along here.
We're gonna watch it. You know what? That is one that we gotta watch it. Matt and I do enjoy some Milos Forman films. We're missing a big one here. Matt, let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, Arrow also putting out the first of the 3 Clint Eastwood classics, A Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, and Good, Bad, and the Ugly. I don't know that we've ever talked about these movies before. If you like them, have seen them, don't care for them, or what?
I'm looking for a place to duck for cover.
You have not seen it.
I've never seen.
So now you're in the hot seat.
Any of I told you, dude, Westerns are my Achilles heel.
Hot seat.
Now remember, guys, I didn't have a dad.
Let's trash him. I don't care about that. Let's trash him.
I didn't see Westerns or James Bond. I was too busy watching, fucking Grease and Dirty Dancing. Man.
Is that what dads show their kids? Western movies? I don't know.
I did have an uncle who schooled me on things like Die Hard and Blazing Saddles and
Silverado.
No. He was a positive male role model. He did not show me Silverado.
Silverado. Well, A Fistful of Dollars is coming out. And guess what? I have seen it. I have seen it.
I have a funny story about you with this.
Really?
Well, I'll tell you. You tell me everything you're gonna say,
okay,
and then I'm gonna tell you something your father told to me said to me 20 years ago.
Okay. Well, I will say that I watched this movie right around the time that I watched Repo Man.
Yeah.
It was when I was offered. I mean, I don't want to rehash my entire Repo Man story, but basically I was watching that movie while I recovering from a surgery and high on Vicodin. And this was around the time when I was watching this as well.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it.
As you should. The Vicodin or the movie?
Both.
Okay.
No, I didn't like the Vicodin at all, but I did enjoy this movie. I was kind of the mind that I was like, okay, for whatever reason, I wanted to watch this trilogy, and I knew Good, Bad, and the Ugly is the third of the trilogy. I was like, all right, well, I got to start at the beginning. So I've already seen parts of Good, Bad, and the Ugly. I watched this entire thing, and then I never got to the other two.
Wow.
Great story. Compelling and rich. This is why people tune into this channel, for stories like that. Stories that go nowhere.
Can't get it anywhere else. Wow. I think that it's flying off the shelves at Arrow as we speak.
And now this just said the bear didn't see them, but the twink did. Wow, LOL.
That's true. This is
turned.
bear viewing. When I picture bears watching the Sergio Leone films.
I'll be honest. I was woefully ignorant too when I was watching this movie, and I was like, why is Clint Eastwood speaking in Italian in some parts, but it's dubbed with his voice in English? I was like, what? I didn't really know too much about the series, just that it was one and it was a landmark series, and I dove right in and I was like, he's speaking Italian. Why? I didn't understand anything. But it was still really good to watch. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, I remember it was 20 years ago. Your father asked me about these movies out of the blue.
Okay.
I don't know why he did. Out of the blue. He just said, have you ever seen, he might have said Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but it was one of them. And I said the same thing. I was like, no, I never saw him. And he was just like, I think you would really like those. Like, and for reference, Matt, your father didn't really give me movie recommendations, like ever. And it always stuck out to me like, what? It must have been on his mind that day or something, but it stuck with me, dude. Haunted me for
another great story. Another great 4K King story.
Oh my God, that story alone just moved about 500,000 more units for Arrow. We're on fire.
Let's talk about this.
Don't even get us started on for a few dollars more or whatever.
Yeah, for a few dollars more, the one that I didn't see. So here, they're going to be rolling one of these out a month in the UK, individually arriving in sort of the thicker box versions. Kino, it looks like, has scooped these up in the US, but I don't know that they've done the other two yet. I know they've done this. It's already out. But this is sort of the next three, or the next two that we're going to be getting in May and then June also. So I don't know. It would have been kind of cool if it was like the Conan deal, where you kind of got like a box with all of them in there. But for now, this is all we're seeing. Again, I know these are landmark films. I don't have any personal, connection to them. It's not something I'm dying to go back out and blind buy. But I did really enjoy Fistful of Dollars, and I've always heard that The Good, Bad, and the Ugly is... Why is that the one that people most reference of these three? Is it the best one? Is it...
I'd answer you, dude, but I think we've gotten a little too lofty and we're going over people's heads. I mean, we're two experts discussing these films. We've gone on too much, Matt. Let them figure it out, all right? We'll talk off screen about it.
This is what it looks like opened up. You got the hard box inner case, and then like a double-sided poster and a little booklet. Plenty of new features, old features, a new visual essay. Check this out. A new visual essay by disc collector Lovely John. That's literally a feature.
Lovely John?
Who the hell is Lovely John? It also says he's a musician, but I like how they quote him as a disc collector. What about me and you?
Dude, we are available for commentaries. They know.
Disc collectors, 4K Kings.
We're going to get there one day.
I won't have much to say about it.
What's his name?
Lovely John.
Lovely John. Is he friends with England Dan?
I don't know. I just found out about England Dan through you.
I love England Dan. If England Dan hopped on a commentary for any movie, I'm listening.
You're in. You're in for England Dan.
Can I real quick?
Yes,
know
please.
A song by him.
Do I?
Yes. You know why all right, that song I sent you as a joke, that was the first time I'd ever heard that. But you know what England Dan's song is the shit. You know it.
Okay.
It's a hello, it's been a while. Not much. How about you? You know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
I'm not talking about, and I don't want to waste your night. But there's a warm wind blowing and the stars are out, and I'd really love to see you tonight.
Oh, yeah.
That's England Dan. All right, so back to the coverage.
England Dan. Only in the UK can you find England Dan, just like this Arrow release of A Fistful of Dollars. See how I bring it right back?
I know, dude. We got to get England Dan on a commentary.
Well, you got Lovely John, the disc collector. So apparently no one knows what our number is. I'll throw up our email address one more time.
We just need a goofy adjective in front of our names.
Lovely Kings? No. We're for what?
No.
What do you mean?
Be like Marvelous Matt. I'll be Respectable Russ, and we'll get a commentary.
Lovely Matt. Lovely Russ. Well, I like how they're doing at least a rigid box for each one of these if they're not going to do box sets. Lindsay, what's the temperature out there? I don't want to look.
Ooh,
I can't even pay. I don't even want to look at it.
These movies are loved.
These movies are loved. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Very much
okay.
so.
They really
who
hate
was it?
us
Someone said that they
tonight.
love these movies like they love their children. Who was that?
Wow, love
Eric
these.
Otto.
Eric Otto loves these movies like he loves. So which can you pick between them, Eric Otto? Can you pick between the three like they were your children? Which one do you want to keep if you had to get rid of the others, or is it like an F, Marry, Kill situation?
With your children?
With
That's
this
really
trilogy,
messed up,
for
Matt.
goodness sake.
Please. Oh man.
For goodness sake.
Marvelous Matt, what are you doing?
Eric Otto said first and last.
So a few dollars more didn't really cut the mustard.
Mustard!
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, a lot of people bought this.
A lot of people got this already. All right, okay. So more than Long Kiss Goodnight. I see where this audience is at.
We're comparing Long Kiss Goodnight.
I will. This is my channel. I compare what I want. All right.
I've never seen Gina Davis like this before. Now we're going to cover the Fistful trilogy, which we have no clue about. Which one like this and Earth Girls are easy?
Well,
4K frauds.
I just pre-ordered when no one was looking. I don't know what else to say here. This looks great. I'm glad a lot of people are
It does look really good.
I'm glad a lot of people are gonna go pre-order based on this coverage alone.
All right, my England Dan love aside, this is the type of release that pushes me over to watch, to where I like, let's say I do sit down and check this out in a couple years and I love it, like everyone tells me I will. I'm gonna kick myself for not picking these up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's one of those.
They'll probably sell out for sure.
You know what? I take back what I said about Amadeus. We're gonna watch these, Matt.
What about
We're gonna watch them on Tubi.
if you want some? I'll do a quick aside. If you want some Clint Eastwood love in the U.S.,
Is that orangutan movie coming out?
you got these three classic Eastwood jams in Steelbooks from WB. You got Dirty Harry, Pale Rider, and the Outlaw Josie Wales. What are your thoughts on these?
Similar to yours, Matt.
You're gonna guess that I haven't seen them? Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm going to.
Well, I've seen High Plains Drifter, and it's none of these three.
I've heard the Beastie Boys song.
No, what's the one? What's the Dirty Harry movie? Not this one, but the one. Is it Deadpool? Dead something?
The
Deadpool?
Yes,
I think so.
Deadpool
That's-
versus Wolverine.
That's the one that I've seen. And I believe I have not seen the Outlaw Josie Wales.
I saw $1 Million Baby.
Why do we have this channel? Why does anyone watch this show?
Matt, why are we
What
covering something? We could have just did some.
I just wanted to show. I wanted to show the people in case they didn't know, and I was hoping that you could carry me along.
No, you set me up, you son of a bitch. You knew what you were doing. No, we should definitely cover this, but we should probably.
I might pick up that Dirty Harry Steelbook. That thing looks tight.
I never associated Pink with that.
Me neither, but it looks
I
pretty
know
badass.
that. I know the parody of it in Hollywood Shuffle.
Yeah. Well, how many people are looking forward to the Clint Eastwood Steelbooks versus the Dollars trilogy?
How many people have unsubscribed?
You're going to drop a lot of money on Clint this month. That's
Yeah,
all
that-
I can tell you.
who
You're going to be
just said
dropping a
that?
lot of money. It's a great year for Eastwood.
Wait. To right our wrongs, we should start a series. Matt and Russ learn Clint.
To right our wrongs, instead I'm going to talk about a movie that I have seen, and that's FX, also coming out from Arrow.
What is that?
FX. Now, I don't want to talk about this for very long, but I do want to ask the people in the audience who have seen this movie or have some recollection of it, that I do have from seeing this movie a long time ago. This cover does not connect with what my memory of this movie is. This looks like something completely different than what I even remember original cover art looking like. A lot serious.
This looks like they opened the Ark of the Covenant.
This looks like some weird, hokey, like monster clown melt. Like, what am I looking at?
Not a Brian Dennehy in sight.
You need Brian Dennehy up on here.
Dude, this is easily top 3 Brian Dennehy.
It's one of my favorites. And what's that guy's name? Brian Brown?
Yeah.
From Cocktail?
It's in his top 3. Yes.
Dude, I love me some Brian Dennehy. This is only coming out on Blu-ray. Lindsay, let me know when the chat lights up for FX, because FX is coming out on Blu-ray from Arrow, and it's a shame that we're not getting 4Ks, but, you know, what are you going to do? Previously, Kino put this out in a double feature, so maybe we'll get it from Kino in the U.S.
That's surprising. It's just Blu-ray.
Just Blu-ray.
I saw this news. I assumed it was 4K.
It might be the Kino transfers for all I know. It just says high definition presentation on 2 separate discs. No ultra high, just regular high. But you are getting new interviews, visual essays. Look at this thing. It looks weird to me. This looks way more like cartoonish and fun than this movie, than I remember this movie even being.
Looks like Cool World or something.
Yeah, it was like a movie. Do you know this movie?
I'm aware of it, but I've never seen it.
It's like they want to like.
Who had? Well, no, some people have.
They like the police is trying to like fake that some like mafia crime lord gets like knocked off for some like from purposes. I forget like the whole scheme, but they're trying to make believe that they're trying to fake someone's death. So they go and they get this like FX artist from the movies played by Brian Brown, and they like bring him in to try to like, you know, add his expertise into making this fake death look as real as possible. But surprise, surprise, they frame him obviously, and now he's on the run for like really killing the guy. Brian Dennehy is one of the cops, and he's kind of like, is he or is he not a bad guy? I don't think they make you aware of that until the end, but it was fun. But this just looks kind of cartoony.
A little bit. It does, dude.
It doesn't represent.
Yeah, I don't know what it represents, but I'm with, as someone who's never seen it, all the artwork, VHS covers I'm familiar with. I'm used to Michael Caine and Brian Dennehy like facing off at each other. That's what I always.
It's not Michael Caine. It's Brian Brown.
Yeah,
Brian Brown. Lindsay, how many people like FX out there?
Well, this comment was funny. Google's Trello Day said, I've seen it and forgotten it.
Come on, now you remembered it because of us.
Charlie85 said FX used to be on TV all the time as a kid in the 90s in England.
Is it worth picking this up for FX too? I never saw that one.
No.
Is it worth? I'm a sucker for Dennehy. Brian Brown, decent, but sucker for Dennehy.
Did Michael Caine come back for FX too?
I don't think Michael Caine set foot near the set of this movie. Here's what else Arrow's putting out, since clearly nobody wants to talk about FX like me. But you can see on the original cover art, there's Brian Brown peeking at you.
Ah, there he is.
See? So you got another movie called Booger.
You never saw that?
Booger?
That was in the Revenge of the Nerds cinematic universe. It was Booger spinoff.
Is that his?
Yeah. You don't remember, dude, when that, you don't remember the trailers? It was like, Booger, what the fuck is a frush? You don't remember that?
I preferred Wormser. That was my favorite of the universe. Wormser.
God, I love that movie so much, dude.
Poindexter. Lamar.
Yeah, it is.
Gilbert. Who else?
You know what's fucked up?
Ogre.
I almost started to say something as a quote from the movie. I'm like, nope, can't say it. I don't want to say that on YouTube.
You can't really talk about that movie at all, I don't think.
At all.
Nah, you can't really talk about it. This other movie, Bullets and Betrayal, some V Cinema, that looks like a really awesome package for people that are into those films. I wish there would be something like that came out for something I like.
There is erotic ghost stories.
That's right, erotic ghost stories.
Like it's not sitting on your shelf over there. Come on.
Let's also give a quick shout out to Desperado getting a regular, Russ. If you missed out on that Steelbook, you can now get a regular of Desperado.
I got the Steel.
Did you get the Steel?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, in case anybody else missed out. And something we covered last time, but we weren't sure what label was necessarily going to put it out, even though Shout Factory had mentioned they were putting TIMECOP out. We said Scream Factory, and we were correct. Scream Factory is putting out TIMECOP. And I took a moment to revisit a little bit of TIMECOP when I saw that they were putting this out.
It was Mia Sarah, wasn't it?
No, I just wanted to look at the trailer, and I'll just throw it up here just so we can kind of take a look as we sort of talk this through. But I couldn't really remember it too well. And then I saw this happen where I was like, okay, all right, here we go. Jean-Claude Van Damme materializing out of the wall.
He came through that way dancing.
Look at his
hair.
He's got some like...
I've never seen him like this.
He's got Patrick Swayze Roadhouse hair.
That's nice.
I mean, so I was kind of taking a look at what stylings they were using here for the special effects and the set dressing. Like who is that? Andy Garcia?
Yeah.
What's this? Some feudal? Oh, this is like, why they go all the way back in time?
I was about to say, it's a movie about time travel, Matt. What were you expecting?
I thought it was future only. Going into the future.
Does it say future cop or time cop?
So he's trying to save his wife from being killed, but they show him going way back in time to solve crimes like back in the old Confederate days.
Yeah, dude. He goes back in time and he ends slavery.
Only Jean-Claude Van Damme could.
He could. Dude, I told you, I saw this once in the theater when I was a kid. I don't remember shit about
Comment on it.
It's a silly.
Hey, look out.
How do you comment on that?
Wow.
This looks fun.
I don't know, dude. What do you think?
It was fun when I was 11 in the theater.
Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
You just turned your head. You missed Sloan.
I like that. I like that big like split on the countertop to avoid like a bullet coming at you.
I love how he always works the splits in.
You got to work the splits in.
Look, Sam Raimi. Did you see Sam Raimi's attached to it?
Yeah.
And you know it's Sam Raimi.
Then you know it's good. So, Russ, are you picking up TIMECOP?
No.
Not after that trailer?
It's not that dear to me, but I remember enjoying it as a kid.
After
but
it
wasn't, you know what I mean? I was 11, so it was kind of that cutoff of where I would watch a movie like this repeatedly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I saw it once in the theater. I remember, that was fun, but like I never went back. It wasn't a VHS staple for me because it was the 90s already.
Right.
This was 93.
Okay. All right.
But for a Van Damme movie, it's one of his better ones.
All right. Well, it looked kind of fun. I feel like I might want to check it out.
And you're right, dude. If I watched it today, I might enjoy it more than I did then.
What about this one?
I have seen Sorority House Massacre.
What do you think about this?
On 4K.
On 4K?
They've put it out before. This is just...
Yeah, it's a rehash.
Yeah. Again, I'm not...
Picking it up?
No. I don't... It's okay.
It's kind of a weak month, to be honest. Those are the only two. I knew that you had seen Sorority House Massacre, and we talked about TIMECOP, but Renfield, meh. The Hunt, meh.
I've seen The Hunt.
What'd you think about The Hunt?
I actually liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, but again, nothing that I'm gonna... Oh my God, I need this on 4K.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Scream Factory, that's Arrow, just some, nothing too crazy. I mean, obviously the Dollars trilogy everyone's excited for, and Long Kiss Goodnight I'm excited for.
Yes. I'm excited for it all, Matt, because when other people are happy, I'm happy. Dude.
I love
I'm
that.
just that kind of person.
I appreciate that. Let's check in with the chat really quickly before we move on to the next thing, which is something I'm really excited to talk about. One of the most outrageous and possibly best Steelbooks I've ever seen in my life. I can't wait to share, but I wanted to just check in and see how everyone's doing out there. If I can get this thing to
How's
work.
everybody hanging?
How's everybody hanging? Can I get the chat to work? Let's see. Did I lose it?
Yeah, you lost it.
And I lost it. I can't check in. Oh, wait, here we go. Now we're back. Now we're back, baby.
That's right. The
There we
chat,
go.
They need to kick off their shoes and relax their feet.
Mark Finch says RoboCop's better than Space Cop, which is better than TIMECOP. Never seen Space Cop.
Yeah, I've never seen Space Cop, but I agree with what I do know there. RoboCop is infinitely better than TIMECOP.
Jordan has all JCV discs, JCV and JCVD 4K discs.
Jordan's a super fan, man.
He is a super fan. Let's see. FX is a TV cable channel to me. Come on, Oscar.
Was Russ going to quote the t-shirts from Revenge of the Nerds? No, I was, when he brought up LeVar, I was good at, the first thing that popped in my is the way they describe his javelin throwing style. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
His limp-wristed throwing style?
Hey, you said it. And
That's what they call it.
I know, but in my head, I'm like, I'll just, and it's like, yeah, Revenge of the Nerds. You just don't want to be on record quoting it. Because, you know, somebody could just find this and chop it up. And
Yeah, the millions of people that are watching this right now.
exactly. I just already said JCVD cured slavery. I mean, hey, you're right. I might as well have said that. Fuck.
Mozart's Ghost. I've never had hair that good. That is pretty awesome hair.
Thank you. Oh, he was talking about.
Oscar Burroughs Sloan from Ferris Bueller makes TIMECOP worth it.
And because I was 11 years old, that is what I remembered the most. Movie was her.
Eric De Leon says, I've seen FX2, The Deadly Art of Illusion in theaters. All right, my friend, drop me a line on the side. Tell me if it's worth it. Maybe I'll pick up FX1 and 2.
That's incredible. It was in theaters.
Physical Media Odyssey. Love both FX films my youth. See, here we go. Here we go. I had to scroll up to find my people.
For FX?
Yeah.
There was a bit of love.
They made a sequel. Clearly, it did something.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's Michael Caine.
See, Denny says, it was called FX Art of Illusion and the artwork does not match the film at all. I agree. It does not match it at all. It doesn't match it whatsoever.
Yeah, so in the movie, from the synopsis you told me, that cover, what was he, like framing a clown?
Looks like it. I'm excited for Matt finally watching movies other have already seen years ago. Thanks a lot for that comment. I'm not going to say who said it. Sean
Baker is a 4K king, according to his IG.
ANORA is valid.
We better confirm that. We're Sean Baker fans. I know we haven't seen ANORA yet, but I like Florida Project.
Did you guys see The Brutalist? I saw it with my daughter. Very incredible first half, but the second part was lacking and the epilogue was super weak. I'm interested to see it. I'm always a little reticent when movies are 3+ hours long. Like, when will I see that? When will I have the time to sit down and watch all of that? It took me like 3 sittings to watch Killers of the Flower Moon. I enjoyed that. There's just so much movie to watch. How about you? You want to see Brutalist?
Too much movie.
Too much movie for me.
Yeah, too much. Can't handle all that movie. You know?
Too much movie for me to watch, baby. Too much movie.
Why do you have to take so many breaks?
You got to refresh. You got to rehydrate. Get your stamina back up.
It wasn't even that I wanted to take a break. It was like I got so far in and it was like, oh, crap. Like, life is calling. I realized I can't watch a 3.5-hour movie. Gotta move on.
You forgot your kid was in the bathtub?
Something like that. JCVD 100% has a statue of himself doing the splits. I would, in case I could never do it again one day.
I'd buy one.
Yeah, I wish you guys had that statue on the set.
We Love the King says Google Trial O'Day. Brutalist has a 15-minute intermission. Does it? Wow. Okay.
That's the Adrian Brody one, right?
Yeah.
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 I heard, initially, Lindsay said something to me where his accent was assisted by AI, which I did not like. But then like a week later, somebody came out and to like clarify what that meant. And I'm sitting there realizing that this man in this movie has been nominated for so much stuff. And I'm like, but his accent was assisted by AI. It should be disqualified.
That's right. AI Brody should be nominated.
AI Brody, disqualify it. But anyway, let's move on, Russ, to something I can't wait to show you, and I can't wait to show the audience. I'm sure
I can't wait till this is done and I can see what happened to Justin Baldoni today.
Should we do a quick Justin Baldoni update?
Yeah, can we check out what's going on with him? Is he okay? Lindsay, can you
Matt,
we know you're not
Matt
doing
fills me in. I don't know anything about any of this, but I feel like all the guys in my life seemingly know a lot.
How dare you?
We are all coming out
swinging. How dare
We're
you?
coming out in so many ways in support of him, like in every way imaginable. We're coming out. We're showing out for Justin Baldoni.
I have no dog in this fight.
I do, and it's Justin Baldoni.
It's Justin Baldoni.
He's my dog for life now. I'm gonna check out his next movie. He probably won't be able to work ever again, but
Russ, do you remember a movie night a while ago when we showed and watched a trailer called Flight Risk? That was directed by Mel Gibson, starring Mark Wahlberg.
I actually showed my wife that trailer.
Do you remember that trailer? Okay.
I loved it.
Loved every minute of it.
You know, as one of my favorite actors of all time.
Topher Grace. I know you love Topher. It's got one of my favorite actresses of all time, Michelle Dockery, Lady Mary, Downton Abbey. You know who you are.
It's a powerhouse of acting talent.
Lots of acting talent. And I want to say, I don't know how many people have seen the trailer out there. I'm going to show it in a second here without any audio, just so I can bring you into the world. But I want to first tease you with the release itself. Now, this is a Lionsgate release. And I want to say, 1 second here. When we have a Lionsgate Steelbook that we're going to cover, which I'm sure a lot of people, some people have actually messaged us about this Steelbook. Some people have said, are you going to cover this? Are you going to talk about this? Absolutely. Have to talk about it. But this segment is brought to you by Lionsgate Steelbooks.
Lionsgate Steelbooks. We are fans.
When I watch Steelbooks, I don't watch Steelbooks always, but when I do, you blew it, Russ.
Matt, when I watch Steelbooks, I watch The Last Witch Hunter with Vin Diesel.
I watch Wind River with John Bernthal.
I watched Wind River with Jeremy Renner
and John Bernthal, one of the most unsung actors of our generation. And Snowpiercer, starring Captain America himself.
Oh, the dude from Not Another Teen Movie?
Yes, but all kidding aside, I will say what Lionsgate sort of has been known for doing, and other companies do this too.
Hooking us up.
Other than hooking us up, they do a great job with innovation with their slide down cases. They've put some really strong ones out. A lot of companies have, but and all of these are very similar. There's some sort of like a detail on a slide down case that accents the full Steelbook. We've seen it with Reservoir Dogs. We've seen it with quite a few that they've done, and they're at it again. And this is what I can't wait to talk about. This is the Steelbook itself. Steelbook Art of the Year.
It looks like The Gray. Remember that Liam Neeson movie?
I do. Yep. And
does his hat come off?
And what's really funny?
Don't tell me his hat comes off with the slip.
So this is the trailer I just want to show just to give some context for people that haven't seen this. This movie is a bomb, and I have no plans on seeing this ever in my life.
I do.
But this art, this Steelbook is art. And I don't know if you remember when we watched this trailer, I was like giddy with laughter for a very specific moment in this trailer, which I find to be very interesting that they focus on this element so hard when it really has nothing to do with the movie at all. There's no plot.
You don't know that.
I know.
Seen it yet.
I know for sure that there is no plot point that involves the reveal of Mark Wahlberg taking his hat off.
How do you know that?
Which is about to occur. And so we're watching this trailer. I'm sitting here, laughing. Academy Award winner, Braveheart, Apocalypto. It's like all these heavy hitters.
And that's what I'm saying. How do you know that? Mel Gibson's a great director.
Here's Mark Wahlberg cheesing it up. We don't have the audio, but he's cheesing it up hard. And he's supposed to be some pilot, but really he's like here to assassinate this guy, Michelle Dockery. She's like escorting him. She doesn't know that Mark Wahlberg is on the inside trying to kill this passenger. Look at him. He's ready. He's going to make his move. And there's some turbulence. They fight for the gun, whatever. And then Mark Wahlberg goes flying in the back of the plane. And for whatever reason, they show this reveal that we're about to see. Like what? It's like the most slow reveal of his hat and they zoom in. It's like, and it looks terrible. That doesn't even look great as far as makeup's concerned, the hair. The fact that he has this backwards hat and it comes off to reveal that he's bald. Again, no plot whatsoever. They have made it a plot point.
You're talking for 3 minutes straight and describing the entire set. What do you mean? And you haven't seen it. What are you talking about?
So for people that
have talking about, this is a masterpiece.
So back to the best Steelbook I've ever seen in my life. Lionsgate doing it again, possibly going for their next Cleo Award, Russ. Could this be their next Cleo Award? And that is it with the slide-off case that takes the hat off.
Not only that, look at how fucking serious Topher Grace looks on that back.
He really does.
Dude, again, a focal point of the trailer has now become a focal point of this release. Like, why?
How you keep insisting that maybe it does have something to do with the movie. Maybe he's like a wanted dude and they like and his profile, his mugshot's been on newspapers. So when his hat's removed, they're like, oh, that's that guy that's been on the news. It could be something like that.
I'll bet you $1 that it has nothing to do with the plot at all.
I will bet you the slipcover of this release. I will give you his hat for good,
dude.
If you are right.
Dude, it's excellent. It's excellent. How many people out there? So this is coming out April 1st, by the way. And if Lisa from Lionsgate, if you're out there, if you're watching this, send me a bushel. Send me a crate. Whatever you got. I mean, I need this like everywhere. Everything that's on these shelves will be replaced by flight risk Steelbooks. Dude, it's like it's perfect. It goes with the movie. Like it's like a batshit movie and a batshit Steelbook. But again, I don't know what this focal point is about it. But
one thing we agree on, this is definitely a Cleo winner.
I need people in the chat to tell us that have seen this movie if this bald reveal has anything to do with it. But you know what people are doing out there, Russ?
What are they
and I'm happy to help them.
What's that?
They are contemplating how many different Steelbooks they own, what the old switcheroo will look good on with this new slipcase with the hat on a different Steelbook.
Brilliant.
The first one that came up, and I actually thought of it right away, which everyone thought of as well right away, is another Lionsgate Steelbook of American Psycho. Do you remember the American Psycho Steelbook they did?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the side-by-side. Do you remember where they're like pulling the face down? This is the first one I thought of. I was like, can we take this slip off? And can we put this one on? Now, it doesn't line up perfectly, I will say. This is a one-for-one Photoshop job. This is definitely as far down as your hat's going to go.
What about the other way around as well?
What do you mean on the other way around?
Can you put the American Psycho slip over top of Flight Risk?
Very true. You probably could. That's a good one. But I like how the hat is just kind of like atop his coif of hair. It's not like smushing it. It's the way he would probably put his hat on.
It's like the way a South Park character looks.
Yeah. So this is it. This is what you could do at home with your Flight Risk American Psycho slip swap.
Slip swap.
Slip swap. But, you know, I didn't see anybody else comment on this one, but another one came to mind for me. And it was the Crow. The Walmart exclusive.
This is the one I own.
This is the one you own.
I own.
So here's what you could do, Russ. If you get Flight Risk sent to you, I think this is definitely the one.
Oh.
This is the toughest one. This looks like Prison Mike from Office Space. Or Office. The Office. This one is the hardest one yet. Mark Wahlberg is Flight Risk. Look at that backwards hat. I don't know, you guys.
Matt, you got to prepare me for this kind of stuff before we go live, man.
I can't.
You're right. There is no way to prepare anyone for this.
You can't. You got to go in cold.
Oh my god. Yeah,
I had a lot of fun putting those together. Here's the full suite here. You've got the front with the slip open on the inside, the outside. I don't know, you guys. Like I said, whether we see this movie or don't see it, this is just art, plain and simple. It's art.
I think you're going to eat your words when you discover that this is the movie of the year.
Before we go any further,
It's the hat of the year.
Before we go any further, what is everybody saying? Lindsay, what's the temperature? I got the chat up here. Are people into this?
They're dead. It's too much.
Marky Mark, and I'm here to move you.
I like Eric Otto saying you can mix and match these like garanimals.
None of your business. Why do you need a rear view mirror in a plane? So you can watch Topher Grace. Roachman, I'm looking for the long kiss goodnight. Me too. You're a little bit late. Where have you been? I needed your help earlier. We're getting slammed back there. Richard Bonnet, Mark Baldberg. It's the greatest slip ever created.
Why do you need a mirror in an airplane?
I heard that he really shaved his head. I wouldn't want to watch it.
Yeah, Wahlberg's committed. He's that dedicated of an actor. I swear, to this day, I still get ads. Like if I'm on YouTube, I'm watching something out of the blue. It's just like, hey, I know it sounds awkward, but you got a minute to come pray with me? Every time.
Not this Wahlberg. Imagine buying this, said Dan Joker. It will sell out. It must.
Oh, it will sell out. They're going to be front row at the Cleo Awards this year. I hope they're writing their speech.
It's like the Kill Bill Steelbooks, says Shaw84. A lot of laughter. Mix and match these like garanimals, trying to be hip Patrick Bateman. Coolbug says, I like it even better if it's not in the plot. I mean, it's not. That's why I'm saying, why do they have so many zoom ins on him? And they like that reveal of the hat slowly coming off. It's like, ta-da, he's bald. Guess he didn't guess that.
Listen,
he's the killer and he's bald.
Listen, I would like it as well if it's not part of the plot. Matt, I agree with you. It looks ridiculous in a trailer. We're laughing at Mark Baldberg doing his thing. But dude, it's Mel Gibson directing. Like, I mean, he can make a movie. Let's not pretend that he's some hack. Saul Ridge. He can do it.
Notorious Murders. Mark Wahlberg pulled a Steven Seagal straight to DVD. I thought that was in the theater. I mean, my poor Lady Mary, she's going down in flames with that film.
It was an IMAX.
Where's my Downton Abbey folk out there? Come on.
I was about to say, you've been
It's a shame to
referencing
see her
her.
do this kind of stuff.
Dude, you've been referencing her, and I'm like, who is this woman? You just keep talking about her like
Oh, Matt was
Downton
like
Abbey.
Everybody needs a paycheck.
very much in love with her for many years. All the years Downton Abbey was on, all Matt did was talk about Lady Mary
I have a lot of you.
And Sliver.
No.
and Sliver.
Dude, I'm with you, though. You know me. We're joking. I like Topher Grace.
Okay.
That's my guy.
All right. I haven't seen Topher in a while. I was surprised when he showed up in this trailer, to be honest.
I'm telling you, dude, there's one I do like the first couple seasons of that 70s show, and I think it's hilarious as time has gone on. Like, he seems to be like the nicest, like, normal person out of that entire cast.
Yeah.
Everyone else has gone down in flames.
Gone downhill, just like Flight Risk.
No. Dude, all right, who would you rather be? Danny Masterson or Topher Grace in a Mel Gibson movie with bald Mark Wahlberg?
I'd want to be The Crow, starring Mark Wahlberg.
Starring Jailhouse Mike.
I don't
like
know.
that they try to lure you in with the cover with the hat on. He looks like Calvin Klein era Mark Wahlberg. You're like, oh, he's kind of cute.
He's hip. And then the hat comes off.
then
It's
it
like,
comes
nope,
off.
it's today's Mark Wahlberg instead. Where are the UK fans out there and audience members that have to have a sweet spot for Downton Abbey out there? Come on. And again, I feel like I'm left hanging. When it's time to pile on, everyone's around with the twink talk. Everyone's around with the, you didn't see this or that talk.
I guess.
Where's
For
my backup?
that.
Somebody comes in with Long Kiss Goodnight an hour late.
I don't know, man. I've never seen Downton Abbey. I apologize. She seems lovely, man. She seems very lovely.
Russ, I've only got a couple of titles
Actually,
left.
she reminds me, there's an actress, she reminds me of the woman who is in Cult of Chucky. Or I'm sorry, Curse of Chucky.
Who's that?
I don't know.
This Steelbook doesn't represent her well. But I got 2 titles left to share with the people and you. 4K Kings After Hours style.
Ooh.
These are a little interesting. It's definitely after hours.
Oh.
I don't know how titillating they are, as much as they are maybe sort of titillating. I don't know who finds these titillating, but I guess we're going to find out from the people in the chat, and maybe you yourself.
Oh, I'll let you know the degree of titillation.
Coming from a label called Terror Vision, which I know we don't cover too much.
I'm a fan, though.
You own some Terror Vision?
Yeah, I think, didn't they do Rumpelstiltskin?
Did they? Bust it out. Did they do that? See, brought
Bust
to you
it
by
out.
Rumpelstiltzkin.
Shit, I haven't even opened the damn thing yet. No, they didn't. I get emails from them. I bought something from them at some point.
Well,
They usually put out soundtracks and stuff like that.
get your credit card out for a pre-order because they are bringing to 4K Gator Bait 1 and Gator Bait 2 from the original camera negative. You know, they found the original camera negative of these 2 movies and are going to put a 4K restoration out.
I did not. I will say the rumor they thought Gator Bait 2 that the original negatives were destroyed in a fire, but somebody saved them and preserved them.
Luckily.
I think they found them in Orson Welles' basement.
And TerraVision scooped it up with Gator Bait, untamed and deadly. She ruled the swamp with a blazing gun and a luscious smile. Half animal, all woman.
I'd watch it.
I wonder, I dare I see a trailer and see what one of these look like?
I'm not feeling Gator Bait 2.
No?
I'm not gonna lie. That one, no.
Budget went down a little bit
That
in
looks
that
like, yes, that looks like that was made on VHS in the 80s in someone's backyard, and that woman is probably a victim.
one. Cajun Justice, Gator Bait 2. This kind of gives me like Zombie Army vibes. Is that a crocodile behind her? I think there's a crocodile back there. I thought it was like the bubbling brook.
Is that a snake in her hand, or is she just on a cover of Gator Bait 2?
So Gator Bait 1, Gator Bait 2, I hope it comes in a 2-pack. I still didn't get my bikini car wash.
Oh, shit. That's probably on back order, dude. It's been selling out everywhere I go.
Right next to Gator Bait 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Gator Bait fans we got out there, but I just had to share this.
Thank you.
And I have one more to share that's just as ludicrous. And maybe I should look up the plot. You want me to read the plots of these? I feel like that would at least give a little bit of context.
I love how you're giving more consideration to Gator Bait's plot than Flight Risk.
Gator Bait, There's no point that he needs to be bald.
No point. She's holding a snake. I mean, look at her on the cover with the snake. It's gator bait, not snake bait. I don't know why they're focusing on a snake.
They're in a swamp.
See, it makes sense here in a swamp. Flavor is he's bald. Bald people can't be pilots.
They can't. 1973 gator bait. Desiree lives deep in the swamp and supports herself and her siblings from poaching. By poaching, Ben and the deputy Billy hope to get a little sexual comfort from the Cajun swamp rat when they catch Desiree trapping gators and give chase. Desiree outsmarts them, but Billy accidentally shoots Ben and tells his sheriff dad that Desiree did it. Ben's dad and sons join them in the search party and quickly gets out of control. Soon the hunters become the hunted as Desiree exacts her revenge for their violence against her family. Gator bait.
How many Oscars did it win that year?
I'm surprised they made this into 90 minutes. That sounds like that's pretty thin.
That is. We need Villeneuve to do like an epic 3-part movie on this.
At least. Well, Russ, if you weren't titillated by gator bait, maybe you'll be...
I wasn't titillated by gator bait too. I'm
okay.
Gator bait.
All right. Well, maybe you'll be even more titillated by Dinosaur Valley Girls.
Now this is more up my alley.
Oh.
Coming from Visual Vengeance. It looks like you're getting stickers, maybe pins. I don't know what that is. You're definitely getting a card and some posters, but look at these Dinosaur Valley Girls.
Yeah.
Collector's edition.
Only on Blu-ray?
Only.
Where's the 4K?
I don't know, but where is this, like, Visual Vengeance Collector's Edition? Only probably 100 of these are being made.
I'll say this, though. I know we didn't see The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but this is probably my favorite Leone movie.
Let's see. So this is Dinosaur Valley Girls. Okay, 1996. So this is probably, this is 20 years after Gator Bait.
Yeah. The legacy had already been cemented. It was a solidified genre by the time Dinosaur Valley Girls came around.
After recurring dreams, action star Tony is transported to prehistoric times where he encounters dangerous dinosaurs and love-seeking cave girls. He must use his skills to survive, win his dream girl's heart, and potentially return home.
Potentially. He might discover he loves it there. See, that's like the dramatic tension of the film. It's like, do you go home or do you embrace change and your new lot in life? It's something to see, man.
Well, only Don Glute
Yeah.
could bring this to us.
Yeah, man. The glute.
Don Glutenberg.
On the glute.
Don the Glute. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware that Dinosaur Valley Girls is coming out. Just some classics.
They were.
Just some
You
other.
didn't have to say it. We all knew.
Everybody knew.
We knew.
Everyone's following this.
Actually, I got a letter home from my son's school about this.
It's in the library now. It's for everyone to watch.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine leaving that disc in like the player and our son finding that? Look at that disc.
He'd open it up. He'd see the stickers. Oh
art.
yeah. But yeah, Russ, that's a bulk of the news. I saw a couple other random things. I saw that Columbia Classics. I don't have any screenshots for it. I just want to leave Dinosaur Valley Girls up. But I saw a couple of screenshots for Columbia Classics. They're continuing to leak out. You got Stripes coming in 4K from Sony. You got Gandhi coming in 4K from Sony. Both Steelbooks.
Wow.
Biggins.
Just Stripes and Gandhi. That's it.
So far.
Oh,
More breaking free. Not as big as Dinosaur Valley Girls or Gator Bait.
Yeah.
But pretty decent.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you prefer, Stripes or Dinosaur Valley Girls?
I prefer the not seen Dinosaur Valley Girls 2, which wasn't included in this collector's edition.
Is there really a Dinosaur? I know you looked that up.
I didn't look that up.
Yes, you did.
I didn't, but that's it, dude. That's it. What else did you want to talk about? You got anything else to cover? You got anything else to share with the people?
No, I'm trying to think. Do we have any games, any fun asides? Ask the viewers, what kind of any... I know our choice is yours. Oh, excuse me, viewers. I know the choice is yours. The game where I give the either ors to Matt. That seemed to be a hit.
Yeah. What personal information do you want to know about us?
Yeah. I don't know. Ask us a question. Ask the viewers.
So it's a Q&A?
Yeah, Q&A. Anything. Candid. We have to give we will not lie. We have to give 100% honest answers.
100%.
First caller.
You gonna pull the chat up?
Let's pull.
First caller in from Boise, Idaho.
Let's pull up the chat so we can discuss
the chat.
Oh,
Get loose.
first question is yours, Russ. You're in the hot seat.
Oh, Russ is in the hot seat. I can't get the. Hold on, let's get ready to get loose. Hold on, this
So is one of my enemies.
the chat's freezing. Hold on, here we go.
Is it Jane Fonda?
It's all. They saw Gator bait and got real stiff. The chat did. Chat stiff.
I think that is what its intention is.
All right, here we go. Hold on, let me just see scratch and sniff stickers. We can only hope, Eric Otto. Glute is underrated big time, says Dickie Holmes.
For real. The glute got the shit end of the stick.
Let's see. All right, where's the question for Russ?
Did Russ watch the movies? No. 100% honesty. Guys, listen. All right. Yeah, my life's been hectic, but another thing we've been doing on the side is our shorts. We're about to take off YouTube shorts. All of my time outside of work has been kind of crafting and perfecting our shorts. We already have 2 filmed now that are completed entirely, and we're kind of getting a batch together. But most of my free time outside of occupation, family, it just gets devoted to this channel a lot, sadly.
So no Dune.
Definitely not Dune. When I do, it's I tell you what, I've gotten so close. With Nail and I is going to be the first one because it's the shortest. It's going to be With Nail and I, Paris, Texas. I told Lindsay ANORA, and then probably Dune. But let's not kid ourselves. Once I get the Dune out of that list, it'll be like 2060.
The third one will be out, and then you can buy the trilogy like me. I'm waiting for the third one too.
No, but it really is. It's been one of those situations. I'll sit down. I was so close to With Nail and I the other day, and something came up, and it was just like, fuck. Every time I have a minute to watch a movie, but I apologize. It's in the mail. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
What David Lynch films do you still need to watch? A few, but I really want to watch Twin Peaks at this point.
For me, the biggest one that I've missed that I'm interested in is Straight Story.
Do you think the 4K of Crocodile Dundee will be censored? It's so funny. Russ and I were just talking about that. I actually did read. I don't know if it's a certain territory. I don't know if it's everywhere or whatever. They're calling it a different cut, and I can't remember the name of the cut that I saw this person commenting on. And just to make sure that our whole channel doesn't get taken down, I don't want to exactly go into it in a great detail. But if you think about Crocodile Dundee, you could probably think of a scene that, in today's lens, probably would be removed. Although I do disagree with removing anything, and I also would say I disagree with that scene being removed at the same time. But it does sound like there might be some changes to that film, which is, again, a slippery slope. We've talked about that plenty of times. I don't even know if the slope's slippery anymore. It's just happening. Like, that's it. It's like whatever they feel like changing, they just might change. I didn't know that it was re-released in the theater that way. That's also interesting. But it sounds like the 4K might be altered for all of us. For all of us Dundee heads, all of us Crocodile Dundee fans.
Eric Otto, do both of you have proper home theater setups? Matt does. I'm not going to lie to you. Matt has the show or your setup. I have a proper setup, though. Like, for the size of my TV, I have a 60-inch the way like my sofa is. It's the proper distance. It's about
measured.
When Matt came into my, like, where I live now for the first time, that was the first thing he said. He was like, hey, that's the proper distance for viewing HD.
Great job, Russ. You did it.
You're such a nerd.
But then audio setup, I have a nice set of headphones because 9 times out of 10, like I said, with family and all that, if I sit down to watch a movie by myself, it's at night and I like to hear everything. So I have a good, like, it's not a showy setup, but it's a proper way to assess. But Matt has the theater seating, all that great stuff.
Some of the, on the technology side of things, could be a little bit better probably for us both, I think, if I know what Russ has got and even what I have, which is why I'm going to just kind of say it is. These are 4K TVs we're talking about. But some people are out there swinging, you know, their heavy hitter brands and things out there that I may be a little bit behind on. So I don't want to out myself and dethrone myself. In the eyes of the people. Your
setup blows me away whenever I watch it.
Thank you, Russ.
It was something about Mysterious Skin I saw.
Was there Mysterious Skin?
I hope Mysterious Skin gets a Criterion. Since that Iraqi set came out last year, it you know, that's a good indication. I hope day one. I am a huge fan of that film. Huge fan.
The Encore cut, that's what it's called, Bolo Young. Yeah, the Encore cut. Setup and calibration more important than brands. I did spend a lot of time with calibration discs and images and all kinds of stuff to try to calibrate it correctly. You are correct.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Definitely.
I mean, most people I do feel buy stuff like that. They don't even really know. Like the casual person, they don't give a damn. They can't tell. They'll stream 4K and it looks like, dude, it looks like a Blu-ray or something. Like you're not even, most people I would argue don't even access like half the capacity of what their televisions are capable of.
Not even close, because of all the processing different things that they do. And I'll say this till the day I die.
Most of them out the box, they just set it up and go. You know?
And it's definitely, you're not getting your bang for your buck there. But I will say, and I've said this every single time we've covered state of physical media, 4K, 8K, whatever it is, get your damn eyes checked. This is a PSA. Everyone out there, make sure that you are up to date on your glasses, on your contacts, whatever. A lot of people just kind of like let that stuff slide and don't even realize that when they finally do get their eyes checked and realize, oh, I should tune up that prescription, or oh, I really did need glasses after all. It's like, wow, I've been missing not even just TV, I've been missing life. Like there are signs and things I can read from far away now that I couldn't read forever. I didn't even realize my eyesight was going. And you're sitting down in front of a TV thinking like, where's the 4K at? This doesn't look crisp. Your eyes are broken. Tune them up. I'm telling you, get with it.
I'll take and now this, because I always tell this story and I've got it like fucking memorized.
When did Russ and Matt, when did you two become friends, and who approached whom first?
Neither of us approached each other. We had a mutual friend. Matt had a friend. I became friends with this person in 10th grade. Matt and I had music backgrounds. He played drums. I played bass guitar. So this friend was like, yo, you two should get together and play. And I didn't know him. He brought me to his house. And when we started playing, I started playing my bass. He started playing drums. Maybe about 10 minutes into playing, keep in mind, we're 15 years old. This is 1997 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And, I start playing Little Green Bag, which is the song in the beginning of Reservoir Dogs when the music comes on and the credits come up. And if you know that song, it's just bass and drums in the intro. So when I started playing that, and we had never taught, well, I mean, we just met, he started playing it perfectly on the drums. And at 15 years old, I was like, holy shit, not only can this dude play music really well like I can, he knows this song. How else would he know this song besides knowing Reservoir Dogs? And it was like, oh shit, like, damn, we got a lot in common.
Beautiful.
The fact that we watched a movie, loved it so much, at the time at 15 years old, we could play the song in the beginning of it on an instrument.
Serendipity. It really was.
Yeah.
It was great. And now we're still here. The name of our band was Cease the Day. Someone wanted to know.
I actually showed Marco. I don't think he's on the, I don't think he's with us tonight, but our regular viewer, Marco, Movies with Marco. I sent him one of our songs.
Brown Bunny. That's a cute story. Look at that.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm going to write it, and it's going to be called How the Twink Met the Bear.
Has anyone mentioned that Matt's avatar looks like Oscar Isaac?
Oh, I never noticed that.
There we go.
I can see.
Shaw 84, do you guys work normal jobs, or is YouTube your main source of income?
Yeah, Matt's an optometrist.
Yeah, yeah, I'm an optometrist. Shaw 84, one day, my friend. One day. Get your eyes checked. Get into my office now.
Dr. Matt.
One day, YouTube might be our main source of income. Right now, we woefully have day jobs.
So again, that's like, keep that in mind when it's, I truly would love to just sit down tomorrow and watch with Nail and I, but when you factor in professions, family, getting together, maintaining this, you know, it gets
not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Not a lot of time for this thing called movies. Russ doesn't really watch movies anymore. We just talk about them.
Don't need to watch them. I just get in trouble for commenting on trailers.
Charlie 85, you guys are lucky. I don't know anyone from my youth. That's true, Russ. We are lucky to still know each other.
That is true. And that's another funny side of the story, though, is we weren't best friends immediately either.
We weren't.
We just kind of, because we were in two different worlds, I think.
There you go. Healthcare Matt, respect. Eric Otto, calibrate your TVs. It's worth it. Brown Bunny, PSA, you're blind as fuck. That's right. Sometimes you are.
He makes me wear the glasses with his optometrist rules and shit. He knows. He performs that surgery on me right before each one, that puff thing.
Someone wants to know, if you had to choose between The Negotiator or Crimson Tide to come in 4K, what would you choose?
My answer is The Negotiator.
I don't want to say my answer.
Why?
I haven't seen either one.
Oh, well,
I don't want to say it again, Russ.
The Negotiation. I'm not saying The Negotiator is like the greatest movie of all time, but I love F. Gary Gray. I'll defend him till I die. And
all
dude,
right.
You've got Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Spacey going back and forth for an entire movie. Do you know the plot of it?
Yeah, who's the negotiator? Kevin Spacey.
They both are. That's the plot. Is that Samuel L. Jackson's character is a hostage negotiator, but he gets like set up or something, and he ends up taking hostages. So the thing is, when they try to negotiate with him, it's like, yo, he knows all the tricks. He knows how to do the job.
Yeah.
So Spacey comes in and like he's trying, and of course Spacey starts to learn that he's innocent and work with them. It's good. It's a by the numbers movie, but it's highly enjoyable.
Roachman says, that's two people now that told me to get my eyes checked. My doctor and Matt. Guess I'll trust Matt's diagnosis.
Yeah.
And Dickie Holmes, can you guys put that Lord of the Rings extended edition trilogy
really
behind
out
you
of
in order?
order?
It's not, is it? Wait, no.
It's in the wrong order?
It's not.
It's not the right order?
No, because I had pulled it out for... Wow, that's a great pick. Great shout out. We pulled out one of them to look at the special features, and I must have just slid it in the wrong order.
Whoa.
Thank you for putting me in my place, fellow Lord of the Rings aficionado.
Yes, David Morse, Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti's one of the hostages. I told you.
I like David Morse.
And you know me, I've always said this. I've always been a huge Paul Giamatti fan. Ever since fucking Singles, he's in like one little scene in that. Private Parts, The Negotiator, but in American Splendor I saw when it came out. I've always been a fan of his.
Betty Broman says, I agree with Russ. I guarantee there's an intricate plot line surrounding Marky Mark's Dr. Phil hairdo.
There has to be. Mel Gibson's not that corny.
Anthony says, Matt has to take his own medicine and check his eyes now. I actually have an appointment next Wednesday for an eye checkup.
You're really good about that.
Checking them up, baby.
You're always there.
Getting them checked.
You always clean your glasses and mine, which
Clean
is
them
so
glasses.
kind.
Really
That's like the nicest thing you do for me.
Clean these.
Rub down the contact lenses, get rid of all the protein buildup. Make sure I can see my crystal clear
Ultra high definition.
4Ks when I watch them. Shaw 84, what about Rumpelstiltskin? We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, you gotta rewind it. We showcased that earlier in the stream.
That thing looks sick. I love the colors on that.
Notorious Murder. So, Matt, would you say it's a never-ending story when it comes to how many movies you haven't seen? Never-ending. I've seen a lot of movies, and the ones I haven't seen, I know a lot about, or enough about. A lot about some, enough about others.
Someone's saying Gene versus Denzel epic. No, I agree. I'm not trashing Crimson Tide, Tony Scott. Here, you want to hear something? Here's a controversial statement. I prefer Tony Scott to Ridley Scott. So I'm not trashing Crimson Tide or him at all, but I just think The Negotiator is more as just kind of like lazy Sunday entertainment works better.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw this when Olivier Savard asked, what are your top 5 movies?
Top 5 movies. I'm ready.
I'm not good. I don't have.
Avoid that for a reason.
No, it's tough. I mean, I have 5 that usually come to mind, but it's hard to say for sure. I
can't even settle on a 1. It's my favorite movie. I know Contenders, Dazed and Confused is in there.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Right Thing is in there.
Tango and Cash or Roadhouse? I got to go Roadhouse all the way. We did just talk about Tango and Cash. Not to plug our we have a video that's upcoming. It should be up probably early next week regarding all the 4K titles that we still feel like we need, ones that are not out yet, and what boutique labels we want to put them out. And we may or may not have talked about Tango and Cash for a little bit.
I'm going Roadhouse. Hey, guy, give up. Yeah, what time are we?
We're right at 7.
Oh, dude, this is a typical. We got a couple minutes.
Hey, you want a couple minutes, Russ?
You guys throw us the questions. We'll do it in real time. Give us a either or title or title. Give us like Who's that? Get Downton Abbey girl or, you know, Sloane from Ferris Bueller?
Michelle Dockery, you mean?
Yeah. Tango and Cash or Roadhouse? I'm going Roadhouse.
Gotta go Roadhouse. Damn, I gotta go Tango and Cash.
Tango and Cash.
All right.
Trust me, we love Tango and Cash, but Roadhouse is funnier. Roadhouse.
More lasting appeal.
Roadhouse has a mystique to it because it's building on like this Western mythos, where Tango and Cash is just kind of like a cynical, this is everything that we do in 80s action movies at this point, where Roadhouse has that Western vibe. It has like that, like pseudo, come on, man, talk. You know what I'm trying to say. God damn.
Dante's Dive almost gave you the same one I almost gave you. I gave you Happiness or The Room. They're giving you Gummo or Happiness. But also, just a quick shout out to Christopher. Thank you for the tip. Give us your sweet bunny hug merch. I don't know what you mean by bunny hug, but I'm going to assume you mean the shit that Russ and I are wearing. If that's what you mean, we're getting it as fast as we possibly can. It's on the way, we promise.
Dude, they're giving us some fire choices. Go back up.
All right, let's go. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Kill Bill 1 or 2? I'm going 2.
I'm going 1.
Gummo or Happiness? I think you're going Happiness.
I'm going Happiness because it's a more enjoyable watch long term. But that's apples and oranges in some way.
Virtuosity or Demolition Man?
Demolition Man. I've never seen Virtuosity, though, but I would guess Demolition Man.
Predator or Terminator?
For me, Terminator. That's easy for me. I love Predator, but Terminator for me. Crispin Glover or Johnny Depp? Overall, as far as like adhering to your ethos, your code, your Crispin Glover, if you're going to go like who has the better catalog overall, Depp.
I'm going with Predator instead of Terminator.
That's fair.
I had to really think.
I just watched Terminator more as a child. I love that more.
I like what Terminator spawned and what it stands for and everything that it is. Predator to me just is like, I don't know. I feel like I could watch that more than Terminator.
Yeah, I understand. Mac and Me or Three Ninjas, Mac and Me all day. I still watch Mac and Me, dude. The goddamn dance off at the McDonald's with Ronald McDonald and all that, hysterical. Plus, that chick who played the sister, I liked her when I was a kid. She was in, I don't even know her name, but she's in that, and she was in like Can't Buy Me Love, I believe.
Okay.
She was cute. The girl who plays the sister. And of course, the wheelchair scene going off.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's nothing in Three Ninjas that's going to live up to that.
I think we'll probably disagree on Total Recall or RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Total Recall.
No,
I know. It's
fight
tough.
You on that.
I know it's hard.
I can give you an objective reason why
it's better.
No, well, it is, but that's not objective. That's opinion.
Okay.
Total Recall, for as great as it is, nobody kill me for this. It falls apart. It turns into an action movie. Like by the end, it's just a typical Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie. The first hour of Total Recall feels more like a Philip K. Dick like movie.
There's action.
I'm not saying there isn't action, but like by the time him and Rachel Ticotin fully link up, it is just a chase movie then. Whereas I think RoboCop maintains like from beginning to end its level of satire and tone. Or Total Recall, as great as it is, I love it. I welcome me to the party every fucking time, but I mean like it just kind of goes into just chase action by the end of it.
My counterpoint to that would be, haven't they set that up for you in the beginning of the movie where the doctor is explaining to Douglas Quaid, this is what I'm about to implant in you. It's where you're just this person, you're going to Mars, and it's all kind of cool at first, but then before you know it, you're caught up in this and that. And before you know it, you're being chased by these people. And before you know it, you've saved the whole planet. It's like, that's sort of what he signed up to do. Start off mystery, end up action.
Not complaining, not saying it's illogical or doesn't work. I would give Total Recall a 4 or 4.5.
But you said falls apart.
Yes, in terms of the tone.
But I'm saying, didn't they set that up for you?
He set it up. I just said, listen to me. Logically, It all makes sense.
Okay.
I have no problem with it. But to me, like I said, once he links up officially with Rachel Ticotin towards the end, it becomes just a straightforward action. Watching it as the viewer, the tone shifts a bit. Still highly enjoyable. RoboCop from beginning to the last frame has the same tone.
Highly disagree.
You
Remember when he like wastes his like construction worker buddies like before the action really kicks off? He like wastes them all.
I'm not saying there's no action. He beats the shit out of Sharon Stone before all this stuff. I know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the tone, not the violence. And I'm just saying there's a difference. Like the first hour of Total Recall, it almost feels like you could put the first hour of Total Recall with Moon, or it fits more in with like a thoughtful sci-fi type movie, where the parts I'm talking about could fit in Commando. Does that make sense? Now, Commando kicks ass. I love all this shit, so there's no problems, but I do think it starts off, it's way more thoughtful in the beginning. It's way more, for a Schwarzenegger movie especially. And then by the end, it just becomes that Schwarzenegger movie, which I agree, we signed up for. But RoboCop, way more special because it sticks to its own from the beginning to the end. It's got more balls. It's got a message on its mind. Come on, dude. RoboCop wins.
I heard what you said.
And nothing wrong with Total Recall, but RoboCop wins.
We missed so many.
Hold on. Hold on.
Look at all of these.
I'll take it a step further. I know we love Michael Ironside. I know we love Dick Jones and all that.
These people want to know about these, apparently.
Clarence Boddicker. Who in Total Recall beats Clarence Boddicker as a villain?
Or Dick Jones.
Yeah, we can name like 10 villains from RoboCop that are more badass.
Yeah, I mean, I think of Dick Jones too, but
Yeah.
Clarence Boddicker, yeah, he's good.
Even
Richter is good.
Even rest in peace.
No, well,
Miguel Ferrer.
you got Ronnie Cox in both though. You got he's the guy he's like, I'll blow this place up and be home in time for cornflakes. It's like F yeah.
How many could you quote RoboCop more than Total Recall?
I don't know,
Yes,
maybe
you
not.
can. More people would know. I buy that for $1. Bitches leave. What are you going to say from Total Recall?
I mean, I'd buy that for $1. Everyone knows I'd buy that for $1.
There's a few in Total Recall, but RoboCop's got it.
Fargo or No Country for Old Men?
Oh, that's a good question. No Country for Old Men for me, and I might be against the grain on that one.
They're both so good. I'd probably stick with Fargo though.
Exorcist original, but Exorcist 3 is nothing to sneeze at.
Basic Instinct or Fatal Attraction? I'd probably go Basic Instinct. I cannot even.
Basic Instinct, I go. What was it? Rambo or Rock? What was the one up there? I'm sorry, scroll. Rocky 3 or Rambo for I'm going First Blood 2 over Rocky 3.
Okay.
Rocky 3's goofy. I mean, I grew up on it. I love all of them, but it's kind of goofy.
Mozart's Ghost says 2 weeks is a quote from 2 weeks.
Get your ass to Mars.
Get your ass to Mars. Howdy, stranger.
Actually, the only quote out is Sharon Stone.
I can't do a good Arnold. Yeah, I can't do a really good Arnold.
I took a screen grab of all of these questions in case you guys want to do a short with the ones you didn't get to.
Gotcha. All right.
A lot here.
There is a lot here.
Hold on, go back out. Let me just do 2 more.
All right, 2 more for us, and then we're rolling.
I got some Boys in the Hood or Don't Be a Menace. Why would you compare those?
Hocus Pocus or Looking for Mr. Goodbar?
I don't even know what that means.
But wait, I got to compare the parody to the source material that's being parodied. I mean, Boys in the Hood, Roadhouse or Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon. That might upset you, Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Roadhouse also. Hard agree with the Bear, says Brown Bunny. On something you were talking about, probably about RoboCop
it was
or
about
another.
RoboCop.
Let's see. From
Goose
23, Matt's sweatshirt is a work of art. Thank you, Goose 23. I love it as well. Thank you, Lindsay, the producer, for putting this together for me. Merch on the way. We pray to God every day. There we go. Open your mind.
Get these
Mr.
people out.
Start the reactor. Open your mind.
But for real, we remember it because of the way he's saying it.
So it's awesome. I buy that for $1. I wouldn't remember that if that guy wasn't saying it in an awesome way.
We remember Bitches Leave, and he just said that shit with goddamn power.
Finesse.
He didn't just go in there and go, Bitches leave.
Bitches leave. Start the reactor. 2 weeks. Got a lot of nerve showing your face around here, Hauser. Look who's talking. He's all melted. It's the best. Look who's talking. You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here. Hey, man, I got 5 kids to feed. Come on, where's my Total Recall fans at? Let's go. Kickboxer or Bloodsport? Bloodsport all day, double A.
Bloodsport for me as well. I saw Point Break or Heat. This is going to upset. I'm going Point Break. I'm going Point Break. I don't even have to think about it. Point Break.
Juicer set it off.
Finding Forrester, He Got Game. I've never seen Finding Forrester. I know it was the Gus Van Sant Following Good Will Hunting. He Got Game is a goddamn masterpiece, though. He Got Game is so unsung. So I'd have to guess my answer would be He Got Game.
All right, last one. Ready? Hand That Rocks the Cradle or Single White Female?
Hand That Rocks the Cradle, hands down.
Yeah, I'd agree too. That one's just way unhinged.
Sorry, guys. I'm a Rebecca De Mornay guy.
She's way more unhinged than... Yeah.
I was a kid who had asthma, and I remember watching Claire. I remember their damn names in the movie. Annabella Sciorra, Claire, like on the goddamn porch. You remember that scene where it's just her looking at the camera? Damn, that shit made me so uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. It's a pretty messed up movie.
You don't F with her R word.
But yeah, Jennifer Jason Leigh doesn't give you the same menace as Rebecca De Mornay.
I like Single White Female.
Don't mind it.
Yeah, but I would Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Curtis Hanson was a very good director with mid-budget films like that.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate you, Russ. I appreciate everyone out there. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for going a little long with us and having a little fun. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. We got a lot coming up for you. Like Russ mentioned, we got shorts, pants,
bears, twinks,
bears and twinks. Oh my.
Yeah.
We got new videos coming out about all of our 4K wishes and dreams. We'll have reviews.
Videos.
We'll have reviews of Kill Bill 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot's coming up, baby.
I'll see you later, you fucking twink.
Thank you so much. Let's play us out, Russ. You'll have the last word as the music plays us out.
Goodbye, everyone. I love you. Have fun in your lives. Is a graphic up?